titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Monkey Smoke.
He's a great podcaster.
Tricky Smoke.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Wow, Dr. Huge show on a Sunday. See, we didn't skip this weekend. We may have missed yesterday's broadcast, but we're back. And we got the sleaze.
We do.
We got
I'm
the
here.
damage down there.
Good evening. Hello.
Mackerel. 3 of us at the same time. We haven't done this in weeks, I don't think. I've been getting one of you at a time, which is fine. It kind of changes up the show and things a little bit, so that's cool. But good to have most of the gang back together here to talk Elimination Chamber, to get all these people out here to follow us on social media and on YouTube and Kick. We're on Rumble right now. I went back to Rumble. I'm saving Kick and Twitch strictly for Arc Raider streams. It's working. We're starting to get momentum there, but over here, now we're on White Nationalist Rumble. Danny, I know you like that. You like that? Like Kirk Cousins says from the Falcons. Anyway, yep. So much to bitch about, complain about with WWE, which I'm here for. I want to get your takes on a lot of this stuff. First things first, that crate, that stupid-ass crate they've been promoting on WWE, sending it to from Raw to SmackDown and over here and over. Nobody wants the crate, right? Well, now we know why. They probably assumed that this Danhausen was in it, which I may be wrong. I don't know much about him. I know about everything in wrestling, of course, because I'm an analyst and things. But Danhausen is, you know what? He's the old horror movie comedy host, right?
Yeah. He's like a male version of Elvira.
Oh, I was going to say Shitsy Blackheart for wrestling specifically, but yeah, Elvira works too. Yeah. It's that era.
Fuck.
There she is.
God.
Yep.
They'll use him in a similar way that they used her for like Halloween Havoc and shit like that, and just hosting stuff. I think.
Yep. Just in time for Halloween, right, Rock? I think The Rock basically got him in here. That was the rumor, like months ago before this even went down, was that Danhausen was super over with The Rock, and he got a kick out of it, and he wanted him in WWE, and now he's here. So I blame you, The Rock. It's your fault.
Well, digging deeper into it, I guess they were trying to get him around June, July last year. But of course, Tony Khan held him hostage, and he was trying to get out of extending the contract. I don't know how legally this is legal. He was trying to say, well, if you're not going to use me, just fucking let me go. And they said, nope, we're just going to hold on to you and let you sit home for over 400 days. So,
Shotzi agrees. So you can't bring Shotzi Blackheart up and not have her show up. That was her name, right?
Sure.
Was it Blackheart? Shotzi Botchheart? Something like
Botchheart.
Shitsy Blackheart, yeah.
So bad.
Well, Shotzi, I mean, I'm just assuming she's probably injured. Hit the like button, get sharing. Yep. Anyway, so yeah, the crate. It's just another reason for me to go. I'm glad I'm not like buying into all this stuff and subscribing in perpetuity for life to WWE products and what they're showing us, because it's all very blah. It's corporate. It's what I say every week. This is just McDonald's. They're making the burgers smaller every year, and they're jacking up the price for it. So I'm not playing that game. We don't do that here no mores, you know, because
I watched. Go ahead, Danny.
I was going to say it was a recycling of the gobbledygooker's giant egg. That's all I saw it as. So go on, man.
And it's funny you said that because people were like so pissed off that he came out of the box last night. Like, is it going to be a serious angle, you idiots? Like, they were like, well, it should have been Chris Jericho. Yeah, that's a great way to bring him back in a fucking box that's been going from SmackDown to Raw for like a month. It was going to be goofy.
It's true. Yep. When you say it like that, yeah. I mean, to have the expectations, people just want Jericho back, and there's so much news about it everywhere. Of course, I mean, I speculated on this, for clicks. I do everything for clicks these days and subscriptions. So, but it definitely wasn't that. It was, of course, going to be something like Danhausen. To do it at a PLE is just funny to me. You couldn't do this on Raw?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It was the PLE they did it. You know what I mean? You built it up so much, and then there's the box, and you got everybody excited, and then it's somebody, honestly, that half the people haven't even heard of. He's an industry guy that all the wrestlers came out and said, yeah, great, but nobody in the general public really knows who he is. So it was, yeah.
He's only in our comic books and stuff now, Danny. Remember that? Like a few years ago, I think he was given like covers, or he wrote a comic or something like that. I remember just selling it out there, and I'm like, I can't.
He's pals with Punk too, isn't he? So
yeah.
I think.
Well, that's the thing, is they think that Tony Khan sat him because of Punk, like punishment for CM Punk. So just childish. Come on.
Yep. And then he comes out in WWE Elimination Chamber last night to the booze. And I do agree with the nerds. It is bullshit.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at all of WWE right now. It's cool if you like it, right? Maybe you're new to this. You haven't been watching as long as Dr. Huge, but this is as stale can get. Like, this really is. We're going back to 2008, when it was just like, I would tune in and I would turn it right off because I'm like, oh, I get what's going on here. This is silly, and this shit is silly. And so other things we could talk about, because that's not where it ends for me complaining about Elimination Chamber. This Bronson Reed injury, everybody in the division getting injured. I understand that this causes issues and problems here, but you go over and you swing over to the Yeetmeister. Yeet! He wins that match. Everybody explodes online, and they're like, we can't have this again. What are you doing? Because, a lot of these people, they don't get it. They're not journalists, analysts like us, experts that get what's going on here. They had to do that on the fly, of course, make him get over instead of whoever else they were fighting. It doesn't even matter, because on Friday's SmackDown, news is, I mean, that was the first thing I heard. It's like, oh, by the way, Jey Uso is in an ambulance, sorry, I want to say that correctly, and was taken to the hospital. And I just started laughing to myself. Oh, like, this is amazing, because they just weren't, okay, we're not doing that, of course.
I was so happy about that.
It was hilarious. And then they put Logan Paul in, or as soon as I heard Logan Paul, I think it was taking on Jacob Fatu. Yeah, it's like, well, it makes more sense to put the other Vision guy in this match, right?
Yeah.
And then that led to Seth Rollins stomping on Logan Paul's head. Does anybody care? He was the masked man this whole time. We all knew it. Who gives a shit?
It was such a piss poor fucking presentation for that. And like, when they started ripping the masks off, nobody knew who they were. If you read online, you know that they were Seth Rollins' students at his wrestling school. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's so fucking lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, laughable.
You know who else brings up lack of luster lately? Ooh. Is the guy that just retired, AJ Styles. He's talking about WrestleMania like, well, it's really not what it used to be. It doesn't have the luster it once had. And I'm thinking to myself, this is one of all your people lately are saying the same things I am from last year. All the stuff we've discussed for the past year, it's leaking out. Tiffany Stratton, she's like, listen, my title run was the shits. I mean, if they're saying anything like, oh, it's stale and this and that, she means it was the shits.
It's the shits.
And it was. Because it was boring. Everything they do is boring. There's no thought to it. They have things that are hot. Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes, Tiffany Stratton, stuff like this. And they will slow them down. They'll change their gimmicks up. I heard news that Saul Rook is supposed to get her gimmick changed up, music, this and that. What are you doing? It's working.
Right. Yeah, a lot of them are coming out and saying, like, yeah, I'm not really 100% happy with this. And it's creative. It's all creative shit.
Yep. Saudi housing.
That's good.
I love it. I'll stick with that name. He's only known as Saudi housing around here.
Have they completely stopped doing like all the little house shows and stuff now?
No, I think they got back to it a little bit, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I was going to ask two things. I was going to say, how have we got all these extra injuries now when they're on like a reduced schedule, when they used to do house shows like 4 or 5 nights a week or whatever, and fewer people sort of like got injured, but then maybe the wrestlers themselves are just not enjoying the current schedule because they're not doing the house show sort of like runs and getting around, and it's maybe just not as enjoyable for them when they just turn up to one place each week, and they maybe do actually want to do more, but if they're getting injured doing a shorter schedule, then fuck knows what's going on.
Well, Cody Rhodes has come out recently, and he's very adamant to get house shows back, and it makes absolute sense. Don't quote me on anything I'm saying, but from what I've been hearing from him is like a lot of the people backstage want the house shows back because that's where they get their reps. They do a program with a person for a couple of weeks. So by the time it gets on television, they already got it locked down. And you can see that, like Monday was a prime example of like, that these people are only coming out once a week. They're quickly putting these matches together and they don't have the rapport with the people they're with. Like it was all over the place on Monday. So yeah, a lot of the talent want that shit back. And I think if you're stretching yourself constantly 2 or 3 times a week instead of 1, I think you're not going to get injured more because you're getting that repetition as opposed to your body sitting for 6 days and then going in a ring. Like Bronson Reed's thing was he just hyperextended his fucking bicep and tore it. So
he's not been back for that long, has he, though? Because he got injured, was it last year's War Games?
Yeah.
The ankle.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, yeah, he jumped off and,
snapped his ankles.
Which didn't look bad either. It's like, how do you fucking break your ankle by doing a splash? But
he landed on his legs instead of like...
He landed like a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah, like a dumb idiot.
Fat!
What? And he's large. He's overweight.
You don't ever splash like that. Don't kill me, Bronson Reed, for saying this. I'm just spitting. No. We all know you're a husky. I'm not going to say fat. That's Scott Steiner saying it. Not me.
Not us.
And when you land, you don't land on your feet first.
No, can't do that.
You see. Just like that guy in the Indies a few years back. Remember, he was on the top ropes and he went to jump off like the real athletic guys and he snapped his chicken leg right in half. It was gross. It was gruesome. I think Chris Jericho even sent them money.
Yeah.
Is that you, Rib Shot?
Oh.
That might have been Rib Shot. I hope you get well, Rib Shot, right? Saudi housing. Oh my God, that's good. That's what they should change WWE's name to. Is just Saudi housing. What do you think? No, you don't want that. Not yet.
Not yet. They're not ready. Yeah.
These kids, when we force it on them, Sleaze, just like TKO and stuff,
right?
They'll take it. We'll force
every week.
Saudi housing right down your throats.
Right. Going to make T-shirts. They're going to fly off the shelves.
Here he is. So handsome. He's got the. I love. One of my favorite things lately, Sleaze, is when hot chicks have full chest pieces, demons on right front and center, right on their boobs and everything. I'm like, oh man, that's so hot.
I think the hottest girl to me is fully tatted. They got the septums. They got the big ear things.
Mm-hmm.
They got the BBLs, so you get that romantic smell.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my
Smell
perfect
of
woman.
romance, yes.
Yeah, the smell of romance. The BFTs. That's the total package.
Yep. So he's he's coming out here looking like an IG model these days, the way they're starting to like really glam it up.
Yeah. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At least it doesn't have a nice set of tits, because it would just be a complete waste.
Whoobies.
Whoobies.
Yep. Come on, man. That's my favorite part of that clip. The guy in the background just go, come on, man.
Come on, man.
This fucking stinks so bad.
Were they really that harsh with him? I didn't see the video. I just saw.
No, they
he
cheered him when he came
there.
out, like the whole thing, and then he got in the ring, and they, for some reason, they just shut the lights off. And then people, I think, were like, "What the fuck just happened?" Then they started booing. It wasn't him. It wasn't the fact that it was him. I think it was the creativity and the production. For some reason, just as he was getting amped up and in the ring, they just shut the lights off and then went to a Snickers commercial. What?
Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm playing around with the studio.
That's something.
Make this look great.
That's something they'll get him to do. They'll just be like, "Yeah, have this product and fucking sell it." And they'll be kind of good at that with some things. Like he used to do these little these little skits that he filmed himself. I think probably during lockdown. They were entertaining. They weren't in a wrestling ring. They weren't taking up my time while I was trying to watch wrestling matches. So it wasn't that offensive. And he just put wrestling over, and it's like, all right, it's a quirky little gimmick, and he's quite witty in some of them. But as soon as he came into AEW and he was in the ring with stuff, it was like, no, this is just shit.
Yeah, I don't, hate Saudi-Hausen or anything. I'm not like this guy. Like, I can't stand the gimmick. I like goofy stuff, and wrestling should have these things in it. So it makes sense why they would want to pick somebody like him up. But then, I know it's all fun and games, putting curses on the crowd and having demons on your chest and things like that with the tongue out. And people don't get it.
I love the art.
Get it.
Yeah, I love the R-Truth stuff. I even love the Mr. Iguana shit. I love the corny, funny stuff, the knee slapping, haha, gotcha fucking comedy. And he has that. He's very quirky, very like, what the fuck is even going on? And I like it.
Yep. Well, you know what that means, Sleaze. That's right. We don't deal with if you disagree with Dr. Hughes, just like Stuttering John sometimes. And listen, some days I just can't deal with the disrespect of somebody disagreeing with my take, Danny. You understand? So disrespectful.
Yes.
I can't stand it. Rude. Never disagree. You got it?
Yep, I got it.
Thank you.
I got it.
Is that subliminal?
What?
Is that you telling me to go? What?
No, I'm adjusting my hat and stuff.
All right, keep it up. Keep it up. Keep disagreeing. We'll see what happens with that.
It's going to be an interesting show.
Saudi Hausen for life at the Sleaze complex. Compound. Right? You call it the Sleaze compound. Speaking of compound and people that kick everybody off their shows for disagreeing with them, we got to watch some clips, Danny. I told the Sleaze about this already.
Yeah.
I got some lined up. This is very special because Stuttering John, who I love, get ready for it, Rib Shot. I know you love him too. You better get liking and subscribing. He did a comedy show in New York. So all his fans showed up, right? They all showed up. Wink, wink.
Like all 10 of them.
Oh, dear.
Nope, they packed out the place. We're going to start with... I love one of the titles says Woke Comedian Bombs Live. They call him Stuttering John Woke. I mean, he kind of is, but we're going to start off with this.
Oh, boy.
A little dirty Jersey clip, of course. These are these people in their phones. So they... this is some of Stevie Lou, I think.
Oh, there's a lot going on just in the title. Like, Jesus.
There it is. Okay. Well, let's play it.
I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that song. New York City. I
Stevie
am
Lou.
currently on my way to Rodney's.
Here's my leader, Kevin Brennan.
There he is.
He brings his noisemaker as a gag to interrupt during, stand-up comedy that's happening. Because it's hilarious, right?
Yeah, right.
That's very polite.
Go, Carl. Sorry, bud.
Oh, there's Lady Kmart too.
Oh.
Carl, who I have a picture of with the Santa hat there. So I think Carl's about to try to disrespect my leader,
Jeez.
Kevin Brennan of MLC. Anthony Cumia is standing right there off to the left, if you can see there. Freddy Krueger, better known as.
Who are you? Who's Sue Lighty? A transgender woman. Who are you? Who are you?
Steve, you got a lighter?
I thought you left New York, you racist piece of shit. Who are you? Those people aren't pedophiles.
Who are you? I'm asking who you are.
I am a person that recognizes a scumbag on the streets in New York.
He slapped his head and his glasses came off. The guy that was heckling Cumia outside of Rodney's. That's what you're hearing right now.
He slapped me and my glasses fell off.
Yeah. And, you can hear him. You're a racist. You're a PDF file and things like that, which, I mean, in my book, I guess it's true, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
So to a certain extent, I mean, the racist stuff is like, that's a slam dunk, but, the other stuff, whatever. If you want to know all that lore, look into it later. We're just watching the clip, so watch this.
Why don't you take a look, scumbag?
Look at that.
Yeah, fuck your mother.
You're lucky.
Wow.
Yeah, you're lucky I don't fucking stop you.
Why would you stop me? I didn't do anything.
Yeah, well, you're being a dick is what you're doing.
So what? We're in New York, baby.
Okay. All right, here we are.
It's all right.
Don't forget that.
Thank you, buddy.
That's what happens in New York. You get hit in the face, cunt. This is what goes on.
You all right?
Stop putting
You all right?
Hey, thanks for that, Kevin. Appreciate you.
No. You all right?
I wouldn't have done anything unless he got denied the handshake, and I thought that was so funny. I'm like, I gotta go in on this.
Wait, you need glasses?
No, I'm.
You got him.
Stevie, this joint isn't gonna smoke itself. You got a lighter?
You all right?
Dude, you just had a.
He keeps, hey, you all right? You all right?
You all right?
You all right? That's Stevie Lou. He's like our leader's number one henchman, like his top mod, and he also is like 6'4" or whatever. He had his arm broken a year or so ago by a black gentleman in New York City that whacked him with nunchucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a whole nother story. He's in prison now, and it may have been because he did Ray DeVito's podcast and kind of fucked himself over legally with that business, doing a dabbleverse podcast. So, I mean, this is crazy stuff. So, the Cumia incident was before the show. It gets broken up. This guy says he's not going to press charges. He's a real man, this and that. He pressed charges, I think. He eventually found the cops. And at the end of the night, or whenever the show was over, Cumia was outside talking with the police and letting them know what was going on. But he did bloody him a little bit. I guess he slapped his lip and his whole head, even though we didn't get to see it because the cameraman at these events are always fucking terrible.
It's the shits.
Always.
It's like a Sasquatch video. Like, what are you looking at right now?
It's like pointed at the ground most of the time.
Yeah.
It kind of is like a Sasquatch video with Stevie Lou right there, just like that. Like, holy mackerel, dude.
Yeti,
get out of the frame. And now here's the extra important part in this one video here, because now, again, my leader, our leader now at the Dr. Huge show, Kevin Brennan of MLC, goes and starts heckling Stuttering John inside the club now. Going, hey, you ready? You ready to go? He's like, I got Stevie Lou with me. Let's go do something about this, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's go have a fist fight outside as 60-something-year-old men.
Yeah.
And that And then John, he's an egomaniac. He's just full id. And he goes, yep, let's go. Because he can't look bad in front of his people at Rodney's. That's what Rodney Dangerfield, if you didn't know. Special club. So anyway, let's watch the clip.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
Hello, the future. Simsalabim.
He's saying Simsalabim like the Tonight Show, Johnny Carson, because the Duke of the Future and his bits he's been doing. John putting on the hat, basically doing that. So that's how KB's trolling him right now.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ. Proof of the future. Simsalabim. Keep you right here. You want some of this? Want some of this?
You want to go out?
Some of this?
Here. Want a piece of this? Go down, man. Go down. He's shirtless.
Oh, they're outside.
Yeah, throw your punch, man.
Nobody's throwing any punches at you.
Come on, he just said Stevie's here.
I said Stevie's here? Yeah, I'm here.
Come on, let's go.
Dude, come on.
Come on, man.
You know what you did, right?
Come on, man.
You know what you did.
Come on, let's go, bro. Throw a punch.
Why would I want to do that to you?
So then fuck off.
Oh, God.
Embarrassing, John. Come on. I'm not trying to fuck up your show. We're here. But there's no reason to go nuts like this, dude.
Come on, man.
You're not scaring nobody. It's not part
Come on, man.
Come on,
man.
This is stage. Alan, what's up?
Hey, you want to go out? Is he? For real, kid?
I'll do it, but isn't he your headliner?
No.
No fights, John.
These guys are here to fuck
I'll do it, but isn't he your headliner? He's talking to the owner.
Doesn't
that whiny speech?
You would think, just an irrational brain, which John doesn't have, you would think that if a bunch of these people came to heckle you and shit, just walk away. You become the bigger person. You're the supposed superstar you think you are. But no, come on, man. Come on. He fucking follows them outside and shit. Like, come on.
Or you give them shit back like most comedians would do with hecklers.
Right, smart comedian.
Yeah, they have one-liners just already in their head because they've dealt with this shit before because they're seasoned and they've been there before, they've done that, and they know shit to say. So he didn't have any of that. He was just, oh, right, let's fight, and that's it. He's like a fucking toddler. He's like a toddler.
The go-to for most comics is the old, I don't come to your job and kick the dicks out of your mouth.
See, and then walk away. You know what I mean? Like, then that's a mic drop. But he wants to fist fight in front of the fucking venue.
He's like, yep, let's go. You guys want to fight? Let's do it. He's going to go. Yeah, he's going to go fight Stevie Lou, who's like a giant man.
Right.
Yep, got it.
Right. Sure.
So let's see. I don't think there's any more.
Come on, tape and everything. Come on.
We're here to make sure we're having a good time, John. We helped you get in a nice crowd here. We helped you get a good crowd here, buddy.
That ain't my fucking catchphrase. Fuck off is my catchphrase.
He came over here and got all nasty for no reason. That's not real. It's not real.
Remember New Jersey Ranger Sleaze?
Oh, yeah.
I think he was the guy in the suit over here.
Nice.
Keeps getting flashed in there. He's in the crew. He's in that mafia.
Yeah.
He's in the dabbleverse mafioso.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Get my money's worth here.
Come on, Stevie. This is the worst. Got it. Okay. Moving on. So, we're going to watch the actual show now.
Oh, that's what I want to see.
It gets even better. Oh, it gets so much better. So there's post-show nonsense, show nonsense, post-show nonsense. Thank you. All right.
There you go.
Let's, I got to get rid of this. No more Stevie Lou, dirty Jersey rat. And then we go over here.
Over here.
We're going to Woke Comedian Bombs Live. Woke Comedian. That's just amazing stuff. What a title. Okay, here we go.
Come on, man.
Turn it up. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. By the way, that reminds me of the Jim Cornette thing. You know, remember when Santino Morello there confronted him at a con?
Yeah.
And he just started getting real loud. When you start getting real loud like that, it's because you don't want a physical altercation.
Right.
You're trying to alert security. Like, I'm screaming, no, I'm a real tough guy. Here we go. You know, and it's like, no. You're screaming for help.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
All right, here we go. So this Kumi is on stage, right? Which must have pissed him off. So Kumia, Brennan, all these like famous and pseudo-famous guys out here. A lot of people came to this event because it was in New York. So they managed to literally like pack this place. This place was pretty filled up. So this is hilarious. So he gets to MC it. I think that might be the owner or somebody that manages the club that's also on stage with him because he keeps grabbing for the mic like you shouldn't have it right now. And it all starts off amazingly. All right, I'm going to let this clip ride for a good minute or two.
Stuttering John Mulaney.
He's fucking loaded. Look at it. He doesn't even know where the fuck he is.
He's so mad.
He's so mad.
Eric, this is...
All right. Oh, God. And the whole time, John thinks it's because of his talent.
No shit, I wish I was here.
Yeah.
Last night, I'm like, I wish this like club was like in my city or just even close. I would so be going to this.
What's funny is, look at John's demeanor. He's acting like he's a god. You know what I mean? And like everyone that's cheering and shit, because they're waiting for him to get shit on.
Yeah.
That's the greatness about the dabbleverse and just the psychology of it all. It's like, so what is it? But at the same time, what is he supposed to do? Accept the hate? So, but he's now going full delusion and he's I'm the best. What I did here, which is, I guess you could say it's bombing. I'm going to actually take John's side on this, and you'll hear my thesis afterwards on this whole performance. But let's just hear what happens. So we know that there's a bunch of Kumia people here. The Carl's there. They all do shows goofing on him. Brennan, many of his enemies, you know, in the dabbleverse. Top enemies are here. Pinky, Lady K, and the ghoul. What do they call him? Pock-face scarred ghoul nowadays. I don't know. So many names. But here you go.
So what you're saying is it's in his best interest to put on the best fucking show he could ever do and just say to all of his haters, look, I had a room full of people and they all actually loved what I did. So I'm sure he's going to satisfy those demands.
I'll tell you, this is what they wanted him to do, right?
Right.
This is what they want. They're like, prove it. You go and you prove that you're a real stand-up comedian to us.
Right.
All right. So here he's going to prove it right now.
Oh, God.
Yo, let me check the YouTube on this.
Can this chick move her head?
I know, right?
Get it, John. Get it. Get it.
Let's go. Oh, you're late. You're late.
He's calming everybody down.
Let's go.
No filming.
No filming.
No filming.
Go ahead, cut his screen in your place.
Approximately 11 a.m. on Saturday, December 19th.
Get him, dude!
Nassau County Police Dispatch received an emergency call regarding a domestic disturbance.
So people are starting to realize he's talking about Kumia's police record here, and or the incident where he bit his girlfriend, was looking for his gun, and he's just reading the report here.
What the fuck?
And watch it. Let's see how long this lasts.
Look at him scanning the room. Fucking asshole.
Come on, dude.
Big smiles.
Squeegee! Squeegee!
I think that's PTO.
Squeegee! 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 Squeegee!
That's referring to the squeegee joke where he says he nuts on his stomach and then uses his underwear to squeegee it down into his pubes.
Oh, God damn it.
Before bed.
No.
I did not know that one.
That's
Me
right.
neither.
I need to know that one, but there it is.
They want his big closing joke at the top, the squeegee joke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Officers arriving at the The investigation detailed the brutal sequence of events during a heated verbal argument.
Come on, tell us the truth, Come on, dude, tell the truth. Oh my God! You have to tell me about you. Oh my God! I'm dying.
An acute chest pain.
So he gets back into it.
In a live stream Periscope video captured in the immediate aftermath, she displayed visible bruises and claimed her hand had been
This is a comedy show.
Then he shows off the paper.
Dude, come on, dude.
Go ahead.
alcohol played in the incident, stating alcohol, and I had a very long.
This crowd is better than Chicago for the
Yeah.
It really is.
Most WWE fucking TV shows, yeah. Jesus.
Very successful relationship until it wasn't.
Oh, yeah. All right. That only took 10 fucking minutes.
Where's my $2?
Now they think he's going to do his act, right? Nope. Not going to do it.
Thank you.
That was that was some amazing stuff.
Holy
and
shit.
Then
that was rough.
We got a little bit of the fallout. Yeah. Some people don't get it. I get it. Ribshot doesn't like this. He can't watch. He's not going to watch it. So I'm going to fucking watch it. I don't know what to tell you.
No. Oh, well.
I'll have 3 YouTube viewers instead of 4. Oh, no. Okay. So I haven't heard anything about this. This is Stalin 19 clip, of course. He's going to have his friend Ava and Kiki eventually. It looks like this is a long-ass clip, though. But this is after that night. Of course, I told you afterwards, Kumio was talking to the cops and all this. So John's going to tell everybody why he didn't bomb, why he didn't run away, all this stuff right here.
Right. So his intention was just to stand there and read off those sheets for the entire set of 10 minutes.
That's what it seems like.
I don't think he was going
to
to
be a
do
professional
that.
fucking stand-up, and yeah.
I don't think he was going to do that if it wasn't so packed. If he didn't know that people were going to go and fuck with him, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he did another show somewhere where some people were there and messing with him, but he did his act, and he do whatever. But this one seemed to be like it was talked about for weeks before. And then everybody's like, yep, I'm going and I'm going to mess with it. And so I think he had already figured out, I got to do, I'm not just going to give them what they want and do my act. And then everybody can go, oh, what a shit act and blah, blah, blah. Right.
But he just proved them all right. You know what I mean?
There will have been some people there, maybe not many, but actually wanted to see him, genuinely wanted to see his show and see him perform, who are proper legit fans of his. And he just completely fucking ignored them just to air some dirty laundry that he was going to read off of paper and then use the paper as a shield when it started to go shit. He just hid behind it.
Yeah.
It's just, so yeah, like you just said, he proved them all right and just showed that he couldn't fucking do it. Because most other comics they'd know a way to just either silence the room or work it back towards them. And he did bomb there. They didn't give him much of a chance when they were all shouting and bawling, but he didn't make it any better.
The more I hear of all these dabble people talking, like Bob Levy, Pat Dixon, are going to question what I did. First of all, Bob, you're not a real comic. I hope
Are
you know
you kidding me?
You don't have...
That's your boy, Sleaze.
That's my boy.
He says he's not a real comic. He is, though.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. He proved it. We just witnessed.
Headline real comedy clubs. You perform at firehouses. That's fact check. Pat Dixon, you haven't performed in years.
He couldn't say, hold on a second.
And you're broke.
So he couldn't say any of this during his set, directly to their faces, right?
They were all there. Bob was there.
Right. He couldn't have the balls to do that. He hid, like Danny said, he hid behind a piece of paper and then did a 10-minute bullshit set and then pussyfooted out of there. Okay. I just want to make that.
Love all these people who think that they know what I should have done. Hold on, let me just invite
you should have been
my
a man.
Friends. But it's amazing to me.
Should have done something funny.
Right.
Oh, no. I mean, to come up with stuff, like a lot of people out here, they're like, I'm not coming up with stuff. I'm just going to continue to do the same old bit over and over and over, which is, in his world, complain about the people that talk about him.
Right.
I mean, woof, look at that line. Straight down. It's like...
It's like an old axe wound.
Yeah. Some, pre-human type shit.
Is acting like he's the elder statesman of comedy.
And I think he's fucked right here too. Like, you hear the voice. He's really he's probably 8 beers deep.
Yeah.
And he kept wiping last night, and I was kind of shocked. I saw he was on at midnight, and I went, wait a second. He's live at midnight on the road or wherever he is. I'm thinking he's probably doing the booger sugar as well.
Hell yeah.
All that wiping. And then he goes live. He's like, you know what I need to do? I need to go live and tell everybody how awesome I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a guy that ate blue cheese dressing out of a girl's ass as his closer.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, he almost gave you one, Sleaze. They knew to
yeah.
put the ad there. Fuck this. We're not watching this one anymore. I'm with Ribshot now, but he's long gone. I did this for you, Ribshot.
Yeah.
See? All right. Anyway.
So we don't have to listen to Kiki.
No, we're not going to listen. No,
Sweet. Thank you.
no baby talk today. Yeah. You're welcome. But I do have a bunch of other wrestling news, some interesting items like this. When I first heard of this girl, Caitlyn, I'm like, who's Caitlyn? And I looked up the picture and I was like, oh, yeah, the girl with the blonde hair and the black hair with the trucker hats and things.
Yeah.
In WWE. I was like, oh, okay, her. She looks so much better now than then. Like that look back then was, lack of a better phrase, that's white trash right there. That was generally the girls that like went on the Bret Hart Love show. Talk of Love with Bret Michaels.
Yeah.
Close. He has both their names, him and HBK.
Mm-hmm.
But she had that look, that the trucker hats and the tats in the 2000s and the tramp stamps and all this stuff. I seen her recently and she looks amazing. Except, even more big stupid tattoos, nose rings and shit. It's like, take all that stuff out. Like she's like really good looking compared to even back then. And I know she was considered a hot chick back then. I digress on the hotness. The thing is, she's got leaked nude photos out there. She doesn't know where they came from. And people are bringing these photos to her signings and trying to get her to autograph it for them. And she's like, what the fuck? These people are like crazy. And it's like triggering her and making her lose her mind. Any thoughts on this story?
What's crazy is that you put the nudes out.
Did she put the leaked nudes out?
She took the nudes.
With supposedly, she alludes to it. She didn't say this, but like it could be somebody I was with and blah, blah, blah. So she's blaming it on maybe a boyfriend or a boy toy or something.
Right. But you still took the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Trusted somebody to do it, and I'm not saying people don't do it maliciously and leak them, but if it's someone you don't know that well or you're just trying to impress them, it's like you're running that risk every time you do that. Right. What she should do is if someone brings her one of the nudes to one of the sign-ins and she's got a marker pen, just draw a bikini on herself so you can't see the nude bits anymore and be like, there you go, thank you,
and then sign it. Yeah,
like fuck off, and there you go.
Yeah, it's I mean, obviously, I blame the people more. Like, who's bringing nude pictures of anybody to get signed unless you're a fucking weirdo?
You're a fucking creep.
I get it if it's like an 8x10 of some spread, that they did or whatever. Emphasis on the word spread. But
what kind of Cro-Magnon are you that you thought to yourself, I'm going to take this naked picture of this wrestler and see if she'll sign it?
Mm-hmm. People are trolls. They want a reaction out of people, even without doing it and putting it up online for influence and status and what have you. Clout, as they say. But
stupid.
Yep.
Stop taking pictures of your crotch.
Yeah, no
thinking
more.
That nobody's going to fucking put it out there.
Yep. Well, they all come out lately and they're like, well, take all my stuff off the internet. Okay. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's still going to be on the internet.
Yeah, go pay a company like a bunch of money to try to do that, and it might work to a certain extent, but yeah, all that stuff it's out there.
Well, you're saying she's blaming like an ex-boyfriend or something like that. It's as easy as somebody in like India or some other country that's hacking into your phone that says, "Oh, look at this! I'm going to throw this online."
Mm-hmm.
So it's don't think you're safe if you're not physically yourself putting that shit out there. With everybody hacking into everything and all that shit. I mean, just don't take the pictures.
That shit's going to get so stupid. I mean, everything's stupid now, and I may bring up the world events later on because, I mean, how can you ignore all this stuff? Yeah. It's tough, man. But anyway, Punk. Have you heard? Have you seen CM Punk? he actually praised Seth Rollins on one of these stupid shows. All these shows and podcasts out here that are not the Dr. Huge show, for the most part, unless you're friends with us, then your show's great, right? But all these other ones, they're really like boring. And I get that they got that polish on it, but they fucking stink. I don't know how you guys are listening to it. Even if you got some of your favorite people and you want to hear from them, the questions they ask, nobody cares about these questions. That's why people used to like Howard Stern for interviews, because he would ask the hard questions like, are you into anal and things?
Right. What we really want to know. I don't want to know what your favorite color is and what you eat before you wrestle. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Even the news that we even speak about and that come from a lot of these shows where it's like the big news is, well, I thought my character was stale. That's your like big get and big funny and big entertaining moment of the show. That's not entertaining. That's just fucking fodder.
Promotion.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Silliness.
Silly. It's just silliness.
Silly Billies out here. So, okay, CM Punk. Yep. You're on Unreal now. You get it. You're doing it. You're popping the crowd, Mick Foley style with the thumbs up, and you're best friends with Seth Rollins, and AJ Lee and Becky Lynch are good friends now too. Everybody's cool. Nobody has anything to worry about. We're doing business, and we don't even have to fool anybody anymore. It's just, here you go. It's fake.
A lot of them have come out and said, yeah, I'm really not into Unreal, and it does this and blah, blah, blah. And then you see them on Unreal. And then you hear them on a podcast that are giving up the kayfabe shit. So it's like, stop being hypocrites.
Another one that spoke about it this week was Orton. He's on another bullshit, stupid show. And then he's like, I thought it was weird. It felt funny that I was like doing these things and, basically exposing the business. He's like, when I didn't know how, it just felt weird to me to do it. And he's like, but I get it. They all say that, but I get it. It's kayfabe's dead. Yada yada, the whole fucking kayfabe's dead prayer that everybody does when you try to like be interested in like it having some reality to it. We get it. We know. We all know. And you've beaten a dead horse with this thing. And Randy Orton's even accepted it. We've all accepted. That's why I don't buy it anymore. Why would I watch a wrestling match between two good pals? Oh, because they're fighting on TV that you told me is fake as fuck and is stupid and has completely no reality involved in it at all. Got it. Why would I care about this? So like, the only people that should care about this are like teenage girls. Because they're like, look at their outfits, and I like this one, and this is me, right? So now my favorite is fighting your favorite, and it's like Barbie dolls in the ring, and that's what they're doing. They're playing Barbies now, even with the men. Who gives a fuck about pro wrestling? That's why I watch the dabbleverse stuff. Rib shot, you stupid idiot.
But like I've said, fucking to the point of boredom for some people. If they would stand more chance of like getting you caught up in that escapism, even if you knew they were two best friends fighting, if they didn't stop every 3 minutes to fucking advertise something or several things in a row, like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, we all knew they were great friends and they used to make each other bloody laugh all the time on camera. But then when they had rivalries, it was still fun to watch, and it's not fun like this sort of fun, but I mean it was entertaining and engaging, and you'd watch it and still want to see what the outcome was. Whereas this is just like, it just takes you away too many times, and it's fucking awful.
I've said it before too. If in the States, if you watch Raw live, it's commercial after commercial after commercial. That's why I watch the rewatch, because they don't have that, and it takes you right out of it. This Monday was so disgusting. I swear it was every 5 minutes there was like 2 to 3 minutes of commercial. And it takes you out of it, and you throw that shit on top of it where it's like, that's why I respect Seth Rollins, because he sticks to his guns during interviews like, no, I hate CM Punk and all that. So it was deflating to hear Phil come out and be like, oh no, I'm going to give him some kind of flowers. Like, stop doing that.
Doing that to our masked man? You're going to put under the masked man?
Yeah.
Insanity. So Seth Rollins, of course, you may have already heard.
Hello.
This ain't working out well today. I don't know.
There he is.
They update. I'm gonna leave it. Oh, I was gonna leave it like that for a minute.
It's like, what do you think, Danny? Boom.
Yeah. Nobody needs to see me. It's no big deal. But
you're behind your own logo.
Yeah. The masked man, Seth Rollins. Bit.
You're the masked man right now.
Fuck it. This thing. It's just so bad. Like, is there anything more creatively devoid out of a second masked man? Maybe like a third or fourth in the past like 5 years or whatever. But I'm saying just recently, it's like the second time in like a couple months or whatever that you got a masked man out here. And it all revolves around the same faction. They're all hurt. This sucks. This shows you how corporate WWE is, because they're not gonna like really pivot anymore.
No, it's just recycled. This has been seen a million times. They've even done the gag where it's like, oh yeah, we got him now, and we took the mask off, and I don't know who the fuck this is. It's a referee or it's somebody backstage, and then the real guy comes out. We've seen this shit.
Just not a surprise.
No,
nobody cares. Everybody will forget about it. They've probably already forgotten about it. The daytime of Sunday with all the fallout and the highlight watching and all this.
Yeah.
And now everybody's like, yep.
I'm watching it last night, and I could even I knew what was happening. And maybe it's because I've been doing this for 40 fucking years, watching these products, WCW, ECW, all these W's. I've been watching it. And when the first one came out, I'm like, that's a decoy again. And then when the Seth one came out, I'm like, holy shit, that's probably who they're going to do. And it's probably going to be Seth Rollins. And guess what happened? Like, so predictable.
Well, one thing that wasn't totally predictable was Cody Rhodes losing, even though it came down to him and Randy Orton at the end. Thank goodness. It's like almost like a Jey Uso like move, except they didn't put him in an ambulance or anything. But he just got pinned by Randy Orton, which there's no shame in that, of course. Drew McIntyre gets involved, and it leads to RKO getting the opportunity to go take on Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania for the undisputed world title. And I like McIntyre. Orton's always been a little boring to me as well, so at least it's not.
But it's
Cody.
something different. But they're gonna fuck you. They're gonna fuck you bad, because next week on SmackDown, it's Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the belt, and I guarantee you they're gonna put the belt on Cody, and it's gonna be Cody and Orton.
What do we want to talk about?
That's unbelievable stuff. I didn't know that was happening. They already announced that too.
Yep, and I guarantee what's gonna happen, and I fucking hate it. It's either they're going to put the belt on fucking Cody, or they're going to be like, no, they're going to think we're doing that because we got to outsmart them, even though we're not that smart. It's going to be a triple threat at Mania.
Go fuck yourself!
Yep, it's going to be Orton, Drew, and fucking Cody. They cannot help themselves but to put Cody still in the belt shit.
I don't care about WrestleMania this year. I'm with AJ Styles. It totally lost all the luster. It definitely did last year. I was bamboozled by last year's WrestleMania. It stunk. And then the rest of the year stunk. And by the end of the year, I got rid of Peacock. I got rid of this. I got rid of that. And now I just watch the highlights like they want me to. That's what they want me to do. I'm not watching ads for hours on end. So WrestleMania is going to come up for a couple days. You expect me to pay for watching ads and knowing what's going to happen and barely being surprised by anything? What's going to be your big surprise? Chris Jericho at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Sure, that's a little exciting. But, that's way too little, way too late is an old Chris Jericho, right? That we haven't heard from in months and months. Maybe he's going to look good. Maybe you're not going to do it at all. Maybe you'll wait until after WrestleMania to do it because you're just like, fuck everybody. You're not going to buy the tickets. How about we just black everything out too in the area?
Fuck it.
Not like Las Vegas, it costs an arm and a leg for a water. So,
but they're starting to feel that though, because if you're blacking out businesses around the venue, that means your ticket sales aren't that great. And that's been the big thing right now online, is that their tickets aren't moving.
They're just abusing. They're abusing Jess.
Yeah.
They're abusing our Jess over here. Yeah, she may not care because she's super rich. She's like Scrooge McDuck rich or whatever. But, you can't. From last year's shitty WrestleMania, you're going to like double the price or whatever. In this WrestleMania, you're just going to up it like so much in an already, like I said, town that's like that you had it in last year that costs a fortune to do anything.
That you took out of New Orleans. Let's not forget about that.
Why did they take it out of New Orleans? I don't even remember.
Because Vegas offered them more money.
That was it?
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
There was no other excuse to that. And it was a last-minute deal. It was a bidding war. And Vegas just swooped in and said, we'll pay, whatever, couple of million more than having it in New Orleans, which you totally fuck the fans down there and piss them off. And then they get it in Vegas. The tickets aren't going well. They have a surprise like sale or whatever where everything was like discounted or half off or whatever the fuck, and the tickets still didn't move. So the taste is bad.
Well, you can't keep doing this, Triple H.
Yeah.
You just can't keep on getting away with this. And I know it's not him, of course. I do this as a goof. Like, we blame Triple H for everything. Triple H is the Vince McMahon now, right? So that's what I'm going with. It's easier than naming names over and over and over again. But, the TKO thing is just this product that they're giving us. Ooh, it's terrible. They've added Slim Jim stickers to everything. They're advertising everywhere. There's multiple and more advertisements. I get it. But they're extracting so much money out of everybody, and they're going to continue they literally say on all the business channels and things like, we're going to continue to do this as long as they keep paying this. We're going to keep taking their money. So the only way you got to be like Dr. Huge and stop paying for this. If you really like wrestling, I know that seems counterintuitive. It ain't. It actually makes sense. Stop giving them money, then they'll get better. Or even better, how about this? Give money to AEW. As much as everybody here hates AEW, I don't really care. Give them money.
Don't do that. No, don't do that.
Find like an animal shelter or something.
Okay, an animal shelter. But force WWE to get better is what I'm saying. The only way you can force them to do anything is by hurting their bottom line and not paying for, $5,000, $20,000 tickets to do this for a half hour?
That was one of the only highlights of the Elimination Chamber, is that he wasn't there to stop the match, to fucking, run it back. And
you mean like this?
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
So many racial slurs on this show.
Oh God damn it!
Yeah, it's a J.
No, it's a Y.
That's no. The first one's a Y, but then it turns into a J the longer it goes.
You're gonna make me lose my channel, Danny.
You did it, not me. I'm not pressing the buttons.
All your fault.
It's trying to throw you under the bus, Danny.
You're spamming the shit out of that button, not me.
Don't make me call the authorities and tell them that you wrote a post online about anything.
Right.
I'll tell them. I'll say he uses social media and they'll go, we're on it. Woo woo! And they come with their little hats. They have over there in the silly clubs, as Ice Cube calls them. With a silly club, and then they start beating Danny in the front, and I'll laugh watching on stream. Last time you mess with Dr. Huge, try to get me to lose my channel for eating with a Y.
Yeah.
I know here's some big news. This is going to excite everybody. Nia Jax and Lash Legend won the women's tag. I tried to do that without laughing, and I couldn't do it. Oh my god! Go ahead.
I was about that. I like those two.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep. And it also, again, it just makes everything super obvious. So then Rhea, loses the tag titles with her Rio thing. They sold their merch for the past couple of months. They got over on the marks with that. Now they don't have the titles, and she's moving on now because WrestleMania is right here. She won the Elimination Chamber. I mean, there's really nothing to talk about with the match except Tiffany Stratton and, one of my favorites. We love Tiffany Stratton too. Then Kiana James, of course.
Well, we had two mistakes during that match.
What were the mistakes?
It was nipples flying out. Kiana James, and Raquel fucking Rodriguez, both of them.
No, I gotta go back and look. How did Raquel Rodriguez?
It was so funny. It's so funny you say that because last night I'm watching it with my girl, and we're always like, "Whose tit's gonna fall out?" Like that's our thing, and we watched intently. And when Raquel comes out, I'm like, "Well, it's not Raquel." I always say that because I'm like, she's very
sideways.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, full tit. Like, whoa. Did not see it.
Yeah.
We had to watch the instant replay. It happened.
The best one was the cat. That's legendary.
Yeah. Yeah. Those. Oof.
Stephanie, when Triple H pedigreed her on that table, on the announce table.
It's another good one. We need to come up with the all-time top 10 nip slips of all time.
That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down. We'll knock it down to top 5.
Top 5
because that's a lot. I'll make a short out of it. Nip slips. Right. I got the top 5 slips. I think, or was it top 3? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But
I think Steph has to win because it wasn't just like a nip slip. Just like, it just flubbled out.
Yeah, that was
You're taking a pedigree and your tits come flying out. It's like I have to find that clip now. I'll blur it out, of course, for all our PG listeners and viewers. But
it was just fortunate for her that she was doing a face first bump onto a table, so she didn't. If she'd have been on her back and just then
we could only hope.
But it's her husband that did it, so it's just like he can't get mad.
Is that what these married couples do, guys? Is that what you're up to, Danny, over there? You're wrestling with your lady, and then all of a sudden the boobs come flying out, and you're like, "I got you again."
Gotcha.
Yeah, power bomb, you like power bomber, and then all of a sudden boobs come out. Right, so did you ever do that with any of your wives?
Every single one of them.
We haven't got the multi-wife rule over here just yet, but yeah.
We don't either, but I don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cross-face chicken wing. That's normally the best one to take advantage of that.
A standing one, right? Yeah, that one. Bob Backlund.
You got to turn him around so everybody can see.
Depends how much he fights it. Sometimes you have to take it to the ground and get the leg scissors in there. And
Mm-hmm.
One of the best things I heard recently was AJ was on Stephanie's podcast, and he explained that he tries out moves on his wife, and he hurts her though. He was like, one time I kicked her right in the back and she couldn't breathe.
Kicked her in the back.
Yeah, like he was doing something, and another time I guess they have a fold out couch, and he power bombed her or something. Her head fucking smacked against the metal. It was the funniest shit.
Oh, AJ Styles. What are you, fucking AJ Benoit or something?
I think there was another time he hit her with the fucking refrigerator door or some shit.
That's not a wrestling move.
That's just spousal abuse.
Right. What do you... We don't advocate for that here, folks. Not on the Dr. Hughes show. YouTube TOS.
That's the kind of unreal segment I want, is AJ wrestling his wife.
Just, it would be almost like the Bray Wyatt match. Remember that House of Horrors or whatever that was? And instead it'll just be AJ Styles' house with him in there. And then Samoa Joe will pop out of the closet or whatever.
Oh, God.
That was a great beef.
That's must-see TV. Not this unreal.
I forgot about that House of Horrors with Randy Orton.
Oh, fucking.
Yeah, there was I love Bray Wyatt and all that. R.I.P. of course, but there was a lot of not great stuff. I don't blame him for it either. They wouldn't let him do really what he wanted to do fully. So they would take his ideas and they'd go, let's fuck this up for you.
Yeah.
And then hand it back to him and he'd be like, I'm sure he'd be like, oh.
Well, what's better about nowadays is they just take their own shit and go, hey, let's fuck this up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like we talked before, you're going to change. If you change Saul Ruka, if you change Tiffany Stratton from what they did, if you keep doing this and you don't notice that's the wrong thing to do, it gives me that Hollywood vibe where there are some executive producers out there or something. They're not the creative talent that made it the characters in the first place. And then these guys go, well, we got to put our print on it. They're good now because of us. They were in the minor leagues and they blew up now. But that's not because of that. We got to put our touch on it, and that will really give us the credit. That's really what it's about. And it's like, no. Stick with the daddy gimmick and stuff. Remember, Tiffany Stratton was like a what would you call those girls? Basically
like a spoiled brat valley girl, that sort of thing.
They get paid. They have daddies that pay their way. What's they call that?
They're called OnlyFans girls.
Gold diggers, or not even gold diggers. They have this show 90 Day Fiance over here. It's very popular with many people, and I've heard of it in passing. But there's a lot of like foreign ladies or even American women that like have just sugar daddies. There's sugar babies. She was a sugar baby.
Yeah.
In NXT, that was the first gimmick, kind of morphed into this. This ain't fun. This isn't a character. The character is to be like scummy and doing things away from wrestling, but that's, I don't know. Does this make any sense what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it does, because there's no characters being created. It's all about like the entrance now and the fucking, look what she's wearing as an attire tonight. And the music, and it's everything besides like a physical character.
There's no soul.
No. Yeah, exactly.
Look what they did with LA Knight. He was fine. There was nothing wrong with him. And then he made him the fucking male model agency thing. And it's just like, for what purpose? Just because, like Doc just said, like someone just stepped forward and like, hang on, I can do this better. And it's like, no, fuck you. He knows his character. He's done really well with it. All right, he changed his name from Eli Drake to LA Knight. But it's pretty much the same thing. And then it's like, oh no, but we think he'll fit better as a fucking male model manager or something. And it's just like, what fucking shit is this? And then they ended up going back on it, thankfully, in this case. But they don't always do it.
Right.
They'll just leave people to perish.
I think if Tiffany Stratton was left to her devices or had some input, she gets it. I think she really understands the business. So she'll come in. She could be I'm telling you, this is big, high praise from Dr. Huge. She could be the Rock for the females. She got the look. She's got the in-ring ability, and she's hilarious. If you let her be funny, she can actually, and it's not funny in the same way guys are funny or whatever. But it is in the way that she can just make that character, the way she screeches and talks shit and everything. It's hilarious. This song, her old song, it sounded like a Barbie movie or whatever. Like they got rid of that song. I used to laugh just when that song would hit, because it was over the top, like hilarious.
It's confusing as to like who and how and why they let certain people like do their own thing. Like Chelsea Green is a prime example. Like she came up with the whole, she's whatever she is and the Patriots and all that stuff. And it's been working great and the crowd loves it. But then like, you go with a Tiffany Stratton, they're like, no, your ideas aren't as good as ours. When she could create something like a Chelsea Green with her own ideas, because she's that talented and smart. It's weird. It's this whole business in WWE is so bizarre. I'd love to just be in a boardroom and be like, what is the thought process here? Why are you letting one person go with their shit and not another when that person's capable of doing it just as good, if not better?
They're justifying the jobs as writers.
Yeah.
The talent know what they know best to a degree, because they know what they can produce. They know what they can deliver. Whereas the writers will write something and they'll have an idea in their head, but they don't always necessarily know if the talent can perform and do that. Right. Whereas when you're just coming up with your own stuff, you know what you can do. Yeah, sometimes people maybe don't have the charisma that excuse me, that management want, and they maybe do need a bit of a handwriting promos, but they still know, oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do anything like that. Let's just keep it like this because it's worked before. And when you don't have that sort of option and it's just writers handing you fucking scripts or whatever, it's like, what the fuck do you know? You've never done this.
They need more people like the Stone Colds and the people like that that take the script and go, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
And throw it out. And that's not happening. Where it's frustrating to the point where a lot of the older wrestlers are coming out and being like, you know, this new talent, they're not watching films, they're not sticking around, you know, for the end of the show, and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. And that's super fucking aggravating because they should be learning like that. I totally just lost my train of thought right now.
It's all right. What you're Stone Cold, it makes sense because, yeah, nothing's going to happen like that, but that's also the reason Karrion Kross isn't there anymore.
Right.
And that's why, like, Paul Heyman was calling him in the middle of one of his interviews the other day. He's still keeping in contact with him because I expect him to come back. And, of course, it won't work because it's like trying to get into politics at this point and make them work correctly, right? And that you don't go into politics and change it. It changes you, right? Yeah. That's what you're doing when you go into TKO's version of WWE. Mm-hmm. Oh, you think you're going to get over? It's going to be bullshit. And then you're going to end up being like Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, you know, name any wrestler really these days. But yeah, Paul Heyman said he's Stone Cold. Karrion Kross. And it's like he could easily be the next Stone Cold, but there would be so many barriers and hurdles to cross there that it would never work.
It's like Vince back in the day, to a certain extent, with certain talent, he would trust you. You know what I mean? Like he said to Stone Cold, like, all right, do you have any ideas? And he said, well, you know, I'm looking to not be the ringmaster. I was thinking about this. And Vince said, go with it. You know what I mean? If it doesn't work, we'll change it, but go with it. Nowadays, it's like they don't trust the talents. It's so micromanaged, and you got 35 fucking writers, and you got all these producers, and they can't just say, like, okay, like Danny just said with LA Knight, he can do these things. He can come up with ideas. He's great at everything he does. Let him go. Let him do his thing. You know, but they say, we're not going to do it. We here, take this script.
But Knight came from, like, his own thing before he got trucked into the NXT machine. A lot of these young people that have, like, been brought up, they start with NXT, or they maybe do a handful of indie shows, but not enough to sort of, like, get a proper grasp on it. Right. So then once you get thrown into the NXT machine, you're then just conditioned to work that way and to rely on everybody else to come and give you your shit for a lot of the cases. And it's just, everyone comes off very similar and they don't get to be themselves. And like you say, there's no one has like that chance to sort of like be themselves and get trust from the management because they don't ever expect that because they're just there. It's a job and they're just following orders.
Yeah. But it's like an assembly line at this point. That's why you're not getting these people that are going to replace all these people that are fucking retiring now. That's the scary part right now, is that it's so cookie cutter and it's so scripted and all that stuff. You're not seeing the genuine talent show their talent, like Randy Orton and CM Punk and Seth Rollins, because they're all just going through the fucking machine.
And Heel Easy says, is all the Vince coming back talk just rumors?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So sick of hearing this shit.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, the guy's in his 80s. He's crashing cars.
Yeah.
He's going through lawsuits still. The Janelle Grant stuff, we haven't talked since that press conference she had, Sleaze. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, she's a fucking joke.
Nobody's buying it. No. Nobody I know, anyway.
My big thing, and I agree 100% with people saying it out there, is that there isn't one call that she's making like put him in prison. It's all about money. There's not like he should pay for his things, and be in prison. Nope. Just look at her. She looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, the eyes, and it's always just look at the eyes. It's very beady in a way.
That's why I wear sunglasses.
Yeah, and then just the way I listened to the whole thing, and I was actually paying attention, going, "What is she saying?"
Yeah,
but she was speaking in such like a coded lawyer language. I was like, "This is fucking lying."
Yeah,
because you mean to tell me you're going to take 15 minutes? You got 15 minutes to plead your case, Sleaze, on like this huge fucking story that has to do all about you and you getting fucked over and stuff, and all I can get from you is lawyer talk. That when you like, there's no way. You didn't give me. You just said NDA a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Is it against the law for that?
She is a jaded girlfriend. That's what this is. You're a jaded ex-girlfriend.
Which is crazy.
He pooped on her head. I'd be pretty jaded, to be fair.
But wouldn't you want him to go to jail instead of...
Yeah, but I'd want like shampoo for life as well. Just so a little bit of brass would be nice. Just so I never have to worry about being able to afford to wash my hair ever again.
Yeah,
we'll steal it from Styles' locker room. We'll cover it that way. That's what WWE does, to cut corners to get that profit margin up for TKO, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lot of these cases, to me personally, this is just my opinion. If you can't decipher what the actual goal is, then there's a problem, you know? And I hate to say it, it's a lot of this like Me Too stuff where it's like, well, she got accosted, so I'm going to go talk to a lawyer who's going to say, well, I want to make some money so we can turn this thing around. And they go in front of a microphone and it's like, you don't know what their fucking end game is. Yep. It's usually money. So
listen, to all the guys out there, all these old creeps, all the young creeps, whatever, if you think you got a chick or a whole bunch of them that you can get to do crazy, wild shit for you, just imagine how crazy and wild they can get when you stop giving them the money you're giving them to do that. Right? Think about it. So that's how that works. Okay. Yeah. So sometimes having some prude lady around or somebody that's like, I'm not going to eat your asshole, I'm not going to get shit on, you know, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You might want to think about the people that are like, hey, this chick's eating my ass. Like, already. We just met like an hour ago and she's eating my ass. This is crazy. Well, maybe she's not the one for you is what I'm saying. If you're
maybe if it's like date one or two. Maybe if it's like date one or two and you're already getting your salad tossed, I mean, she might be crazy.
Yeah. There's quite often a correlation to how crazy in bed a lady is to how crazy in the head a lady is.
Right.
It's not 100% of the time, but it doesn't miss very often.
Nope.
Yo, pal, you wouldn't believe the analingus I've been getting, pal. And it's like, I'd be like, bro, Vince, you might want to maybe pay this lady off and just get her out of your life. Why? It's great. I'm telling everybody about it. I'm going to get them analingus too.
I just sent a text. I just sent a text to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, you want to do the opposite, Vince. You don't want to keep getting everybody analingus out here. Yeah. Right? That's what it sounds like when I get analingus sleaze. That's what I do. I let her just scream like that.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, sorry, just to say, blokes are fucking crazy and nuts for some of the requests, like you said. You know, don't just be like, oh yeah, this is fine. I'm allowed to do this on the first date. This is going to end well. But blokes are dogs, and we're known for being fucking dogs and stuff like that. So
yeah.
You sort of like, you know what I mean? Lasses expect the blokes to ask for more than what they're going to get, and some lads will just push it further. But yeah, just be cautious if they're that keen. If they're that keen for crazy stuff, that just shouldn't really be happening anyway. Then, cover your back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not saying I said the same thing from the beginning. I get it. I was like, listen, I get Vince's into crazy stuff or me or whatever that from what I've seen and read, but you know, is that against the law?
No,
it's not.
No.
Especially when everybody's going, yeah, I'm cool with this. And it's like all there in the tech. Like, how do you get people fired from things when it's like, well, it's not against the law? How did you get fired then?
She agreed to it. You know what I mean? She was a side chick that agreed to it. It's not like she was forced, like people holding her down. Dude took a dump on her fucking forehead. You agreed to this madness. And now you're like, I got to get some money. And it's
the
wrong.
shits. Also the shits. Anyway,
when Vince left the room, he played Brett's music.
Yeah.
But when he entered, he played Shawn Michaels.
Oh, you got to go watch my new video series. I'm going to a solid 5 to 8 minutes a week, possibly, to do an episode where it's like an Adult Swim type thing with wrestling. That way I can change up from doing the promo edits. I can still do promo edits, put them into this because it's, some kind of like a hallucination or I got to find more clips of people taking drugs or doing something. That would make more sense too.
And the slips, you know what I mean?
Snip slips, we'll put in those. Yeah. In this one, it was Asuka spitting in Bianca Belair's face, and it makes her hallucinate all kinds of things like Shawn Michaels talking dirty to Vince on the stage and like much more. So go check that out on the Dr. Huge Show channel, which you're probably watching right now. Like and subscribe, share it to everybody right now. Hit all the good buttons. Thank you.
Do it.
Anyway, so here's some other wrestling news. Cody Rhodes.
No.
Also on another pod. All these people think they're doing podcasts and they're doing cool things. They're not. This is the cool place to be. We should get all the Cody Rhodes over here, Seth Rollins, and we'll ask them about the analingus. Are they doing it first day? We'll fix all their relationships and all the rest. But Cody Rhodes says that wrestlers are a little too sensitive.
Yes.
And I think he knows from experience because he also was sensitive. He blocked Dr. Huge, blocked many other people for having opinions about pro wrestling. How dare any Mark have an opinion on anything? Which leads me to this statement and idea I had recently. Because pro wrestling has no more kayfabe, because it is creatively empty.
Yeah.
What else do fans have to do other than watch the matches, know that it's a performance, watch the promos, know they don't mean it, and that this is an acting session, and then critiquing it? Because when you believe in something, you're not going to critique it. You're just watching it and taking it in. Now that you strip the soul out of it, what are the Dr. Huges of the world left here to do other than critique it? And then they go, don't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You're just supposed to enjoy this. Well, you took the enjoyment out of it. Now I'm just here to look at it for what it is. And now I get to critique it and go, well, you should be better at it.
And you're mocking their personality, their actual personality, not their on-screen personality. So they don't have that to sort of like hide behind. Or even if they are completely wrong, they could just be like, oh, they're attacking my character, that's all. And it's like, no, we're attacking your actual fucking character now because it's just everywhere. It doesn't stop and we're sick of it.
Yeah, it's tiring. It's really tiring. I pulled myself back a little bit from X because I was just getting so fucking depressed about half the shit I'm seeing and hearing on there. It's like everybody's a fucking critic and they're not good critics.
But because there's nothing else for them to do.
Right.
They can't just believe it. They can't just have fun with it.
Right.
Because the WWE is the top culprit in going, we're fake. We're all friends. Everything's cool. How much money are we making again this quarter? And it's like, all right, well, we're going to critique all of it then. Is that what pro wrestling is? Is the ratings and how much money you're making and all this stuff? And then all the marks just fight about that. They don't fight about, hey, the Ultimate Warrior is better than Hulk Hogan or vice versa. Because who gives a fuck? It's all fake. It's stupid.
Yeah. They caused this.
Mm-hmm. And the AW side and style doesn't help itself either because it's so fucking ridiculous. You also then know it's fake.
Yeah.
So if they tried to put on more like a legitimate seeming sports entertainment thing, which is what we were promised, you wouldn't sort of like feel as bad for watching it, but because it's just daft, it's like, what the fuck is this? Yep. So you take you shit on that as well.
It's all like a mockery of the business. It really is. It's like it's making fun of itself at this point. And it's not good.
Nope. The WWE version of it is, in a lot of ways, I think they're more at fault because they're the biggest thing going. Like they could and it's not, it doesn't have to come down to, you don't have to force people to go, it's real. No, that's real, and really force it. You don't have to do that. You just don't expose the business every chance you get. Pretend that everything that you're doing is for the show. Otherwise, the show doesn't really exist anymore. I'm telling you, that's the main reason why this past year, where I've been watching a little more intently, doing this again as well with the podcast, and I've just noticed, oh my God, they don't care. They don't even care.
Yeah.
So why should I care? And I'm going to put especially with all these shows now and all the PLEs, 2 nights of this and 2 nights of that. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching your stupid ads. For what? For things I already know what's going to happen. We predict pretty much 90% of everything here anyway before it happens. So fuck it.
Here's the thing. We watched it in the 90s, right? We knew it was fake in the 90s. We knew it was scripted. We knew, they had little bits of like behind the scenes shit where it was like, oh, The Rock and Stone Cold are actually really good friends in real life. But when you watch the program, they diluted that. You know what I mean? Where it was like, they made it look real. If you make it look real, then people aren't going to think it's fake. You know what I mean? They're not going to have that thought process going on if you put up such a good product that makes it look real. That's the whole point of this. It's like being magicians. You know that a magician isn't making the Empire State Building disappear, but they make it look really good, that you believe it in a sense.
Yep. And just like when Rhea Ripley was supposedly told Julia to start laying it in for that one good match that they had on SmackDown a week ago. And there's good matches here and there. That's why people love Dragunov and all these others, because they're at least attempting to make it look real. They're not going to just go in the ring and go, slap somebody's. Again, why are we watching this? We all know it's staged. Got it, right? But if you don't even make the matches look good, and people with the ladies, for the most part, I mean, they're usually just going through the motions. This is why I like Kiana James so much, because she kind of makes it look like it's a contest.
It's real, like there's a fight going on.
And that's it. That's all you got to do. I mean, how hard is this? This is like Wrestling 101.
Oh, it's like last night, the match between Finn Balor and CM Punk. 2 veterans, all that shit. That match was great. It was fantastic. But you got those 2 people that have that mentality, where it's like they know what to do to make shit look real and have the crowd going and all that shit. A lot of that is lost. Where these people in their heads are like, all right, so I have 10 move sets that, I got to jump off here, and then I got to jump through the ropes, and then I got to fucking do this and that. And it seems like we're doing A, B, C, D, where it's like, okay, I know what's coming. I know what's coming if somebody goes in the corner. I know what's coming if somebody goes on the top rope. If somebody's on the outside and they're standing there for a while, well, it must be that somebody's jumping over the ropes and got to do that. And the suicide dives and everything is so predictable where it's not making it look real.
They all have their 5 to 10 moves of doom.
Right. They all do now. But even Cena was good enough to make his 5 moves of doom look real during a match.
So for the lasses part, and I've agreed with this before, it's the hands by the side all the time.
Yes.
This is why people like Rousey or Baszler would be really good to help training, because just like when you're practicing in the ring, just have them keep slapping each other in the face, and it's like, keep your hands up. This is what happens in a fight if you don't keep your fucking hands up. And then they're just constantly just paintbrushing them in the face. Lasses or anybody would soon sort of be like, all right, I'm going to start wrestling a bit like this now, and I'm not going to keep my hands down my side waiting for the next spot to pop into my head. And it would add to it, and it would help you get caught up in the moment more.
They need to be taught how to fake fight as opposed to doing the gymnastic shit and the timing and all that stuff. That shit will come. You know what I mean? You need to make it look like you are a fighter and you're fighting that other person.
Yep. I'm telling you, that's why Kendall Gray is also going to be huge, because she's an actual wrestler
Yeah.
She's hot as hell. And she puts on that little singlet. And then she works well, just like Kiana James and stuff. Like, oh my God. When we got Tiffany Stratton, Kiana, Kendall Gray, Saul Ruka, like that type class up in there. Even Last Legend, she can play the giant role with the best of them. And I think this next generation of lady wrestler, Julia Vacker, of course, it's just they're so much better than the last one. And I'm sorry, that's gonna piss everybody off, but the whole women's revolution class got nothing on this class coming up. And as long as TKO can just steer it in some sort of entertaining angle, they got nothing, man. This version of the WWE creatively, they came into it kind of riding in with the Cody Rhodes story stuff, which was peak WWE, and that's coming from a non-Cody Rhodes fan. But then, it fell right off a cliff, and it's been down there ever since.
You know what I was thinking of the other night, and I'm not taking anything away from Triple H when he was down in NXT, but you can notice a difference with Shawn Michaels NXT because you got that more realistic. It's like he's focusing more on the wrestling side of it, where it's like you got to make this look like a fight, as to where Triple H has always been more theatrics. It's more the timing, the flippy shit, and the fucking entrances and all that stuff. If they had a good median between both of those thought processes, then you could produce, the future Stone Colds, Rocks, Kurt Angles, AJ Styles, Finn Balor's. You could do all that stuff. Where it's that's to me is the biggest problem is you're not getting those total packages anymore.
I still like NXT better than Raw or SmackDown because the way it's made, they actually take things out of the building.
Yeah. It seems like they're fighting.
And I get maybe there's limitations on things, but I mean, the APA used to go to local bars.
Yeah. You
can't do something like that. They were in one of our bars, Sleaze, one time, throwing everybody around.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but
Yep.
And that was a nice little natural way of advertising something because it fit the story, and the APA were at Pete's Pub or whatever down the road in wherever they are. And you just mention that, you'd name drop, so the venue would be like, thanks very much, we've just got our name mentioned on a big TV program. And it fit what they were doing. It's not as sort of like alien as like, here's our truth, just randomly eating a Snickers bar or something and cutting like a 2-minute promo on how great the Snickers is. And it's just like, where did that come from? But they don't, like you just said earlier, Doc, they don't fucking care. as long as they tick the boxes and you have the logo or the slogan or whatever on the screen, that's it, done. They've got the money's worth.
They're so focused too on, it goes back to the machine development that they have now. It's like the promos in the ring. Instead of building it where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to catch you down the street, from the venue and we're going to get into it. And you're like, oh, I can't wait to see these guys fight. Every single week, it's just Punk comes in and then Roman comes in. They're like, well, I don't like you. And then the other one's, I don't like you. Well, see you at WrestleMania. Like, it's lackluster bullshit. Drew McIntyre's the only one that's keeping that alive right now. Where it's like he comes out of nowhere, he fucks you up. So then you're like, well, I want to see somebody beat his ass. And they need more of that.
I think, again, because they're all kind of playing themselves, and we like McIntyre.
Yeah.
Like, we would like McIntyre in real life.
Right.
I'm not saying we wouldn't like everybody, good or bad or whatever. But, like, for example, Roman Reigns the past, several weeks, anytime he showed up, he just goes around burying everybody.
Yeah.
He's just like, even, what did he say? I wrote it down here somewhere, but he had, he wrote a tweet about CM Punk, and I'm not a CM Punk fan, and he wrote, not sure who looked more tired, the crowd or the champ. And it's like, wait, aren't you the OTC one? Aren't you over now? You're the good guy now, right? Or is he? And then
I don't know.
Jess was like, well, he's a tweener, and CM Punk's kind of like a tweener, but CM Punk tries to pop the crowd all the time, so maybe Roman is the bad guy and he's the good guy. Either way, he shits on Finn Balor, he shits on CM Punk, he shits on the Universal World title, he shits on Drew McIntyre. He's literally not putting anybody over. and he's the part-time guy on the outside coming. To me, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, and it's just talking. There's nothing being backed up. You know what I mean? There's nothing like when Stone Cold and The Rock were going after what, the IC title. Like The Rock comes and he's on a bridge and he's like, "Hey, you want your fucking title I stole? Come get it."
Classic.
Yeah, and then it was played out through the whole fucking episode where you're like, "Oh, this is good shit. I want to see these guys fight." They don't do that. They're in the ring like, "Well, you're a bad person." Well, you're a bad person. And I'm sick of this too, especially with CM Punk. Stop bringing up the past. Everybody that faces him was like, "Well, you left the company fucking 10 years ago and you shit on us." Stop it. It's old at this point.
Yep.
Like, that means that it's like fucking Stuttering John at his thing where you can't come up with something to counteract this shit. You know what I mean? Like, you got to dig into the well and fucking, pull up old shit and be like, "Well, I've always hated you. Fuck that Zebro shit." Come on.
And that's what 50 Cent was saying recently. And it made a lot of sense. So, he's fighting with T.I. and his son and all this stuff. They got some beef going on and they want to get a versus going in the future or whatever. But 50 Cent is basically like, listen, your son's saying all this crazy, untrue stuff because that's what the other guys tried to do back in the day. So it's like when you got nothing on somebody, you just keep going to the well of, well, this and that. And it's like that was already like cleared up and done with like 20 years ago. So, it was about him being a snitch. But it reminded me of John Cena doing the promos all the time. He would do this like all the time as well, which is kind of doing the same thing as what I'm about to say. But Cena would go, "Well, you're just saying the same thing as everybody else has said the past 20
Exactly.
years." And it's like, yeah, because nobody's using their heads. They're just going back to the well all the time.
But especially going back to CM Punk, that's what if I'm a writer, okay, I would sit back and say, okay, so we're going to have Seth come out and bring up the 10-year shit and you shit on the company and all this. Punk comes out and goes, come up with something better. You know what I mean? And why don't you just come out and we'll fight right now? Like, you keep digging into the easy shit. Like, come out and then just fucking end it.
Mm-hmm.
Because now Roman's bringing up Shield shit and like, what the fuck? The Shield was fucking 10 years ago.
You want you want Moxley the 13th back though, don't you?
I want that. Yeah, that'd be great.
You want him back in the E? That's one, honestly, I could totally see Moxley never coming back.
No.
He seems like legit, like when he's done, he's done.
Yeah, yeah. And we don't want him. So
right.
I would want him just to see what kind of chaos would be caused, because he would be one of those that would go backstage and start shit and then, and then this would happen. Yep, we got another Friday the 13th, or Moxley the 13th this month, folks. So watch yourselves. Crazy.
Yep.
Don't you be doing that premarital sex. You don't like that.
Yeah, definitely not in Camp Crystal Lake. You'll be there, which I learned was in New Jersey. You taught me that. I didn't even know that was in New Jersey. I was like, there's a lake in New Jersey? It must be like a toxic landfill.
That's why Jess has to watch out.
Yeah.
In the same neighborhood.
Oh, they're so proud of being in New Jersey, too. The most densely populated area in the U.S., which, like, why would you be a fan of that? Like,
everybody from Jersey is like that. And then if you go to Jersey, no offense, Ian and Jess, but it's like that's it. I flew into Newark once, and I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's some rough areas there, of course. And then certain towns. I used to go to Edison for the big NFL shows, all the players and new players, whatever, basketball players, all these people. I've met them all, Danny, in Edison, New Jersey. That smells like trash.
Yeah,
literally smells like trash.
Back in the day, I remember DJ Storms there. We're friends now, buddy. But I said that one time to him. I'm like, your entire state smells like a dumpster. And he got so fucking offended. It does, though. I don't know what it is. That's where New York puts their trash, I think.
Maybe they don't smell it because they're just smelling trash all the time. You know what I mean?
It's like you can't smell your own body odor. You know,
it's just like when you go to, I mean, this is really any subway, Boston, New York, anywhere. You go in the subway, it's instant just urine smell. You just smell urethras everywhere.
Balls.
Gross.
Not good.
And like dust mites.
we're not supposed to live like that, like on top of each other in such densely. But it's unnatural for us.
No.
Yep.
Gross.
Yep. Great farms over there. They still spray those fucking chemicals on them. Did you hear that? Breaking news, folks. Here's some breaking news.
Breaking news.
What do we want to talk about?
We want to talk about Donald J., everybody's favorite president.
Yes.
Allowing the poison companies to spray poison on the food supply, which causes cancer. And RFK came out this past week and went on Rogan and tried to defend it. And he really couldn't defend it. He basically said it's good for America because it won't hurt the corporations' bottom line. So in order to keep them making millions and billions and trillions off of the food, off of the medical and all that stuff afterwards, after you eat all this trash, then you can't, there's no legal recourse or anything. There's nothing you can do about it now, thanks to Trump. Thank you. This is fact, Jack. I'm not political. I don't hate him for no reason. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't like Biden either. Biden or any of the. I don't like anybody. I just know for factual jacktual that they're spraying the food with Roundup, pretty much. You're eating it. They're soft killing you, and then they're going to make money off of you in the back end. I guess it's a conspiracy. Maybe it's not a conspiracy anymore. I don't think it is.
I just like that they're coming out saying, yeah, we're just poisoning you.
They're straight up telling you right now. Even your savior, Mr. Funny Voice Man, went out there and said, you know, the guy that's supposed to take all, he's going to fucking maha it up, right? Just like great slogan, just like the other one. No, they ain't. They're not doing shit for anybody because it's going to hurt the bottom line. So,
well, you can't hurt the bottom line. Ask TKO. You can't do that.
Exactly. So they're going to keep feeding this garbage just like TKO does. It's just amazing stuff, Danny. Like even the people I used to always say, like several years ago, before I knew better, I'm like, I hope Donald J. will do the right thing, because even if, say, he's like loosely affiliated with these files, instead of the world burning and us going into like World War III and stuff, I would even let it go that there are PDF cannibals out here that worship, you know, Baal and stuff. I'll let that go even if they're so scared that they're gonna quit the game. Do you know what I'm saying? So that like the world can just start getting better and like become real, but they ain't doing that. And it's just it's like, come on, guys. Is there not enough people that actually know, kind of get what's going on? That's what I'm not saying I know it all. I got it all figured out, but do we not we're not seeing this big picture here that's being laid out for us, everybody?
It's the bottom line.
You don't get it?
Stone Cold said so. It's the bottom line.
That's true. And that's all you got to do. You follow the money first, and then you start seeing the money, where the money goes, and then you go, oh my God, these people are awful. And then they go, well, look over here, we're going to start a war. Well, look over here, we're going to do this. You know, it's like, you know, we already got false flags and things going on. And I'm not saying that there are hoax events. I'm saying there are things that are used for certain reasons, you know, like pew-pewings and things. Like another one happened today, Danny. I mean, right on cue, right? We go to war with Iran, and then they're like, here comes the terrorists. Here they come from everywhere. And I can't.
Where was that?
Texas, I believe.
Texas.
And he wore a shirt that said property of Allah. How fucking on the nose. You've got to be kidding me, right?
It just so happens that everybody that's doing this now is either one of those or one of the people I can't figure out what they are.
Nor can they.
I'm not a fan of any the religious things and all the. I'm not a fan of like any of this stuff, right? I just want everybody to do whatever they want, worship whatever you want, and just like do it in peace on your own. But people are out here pointing fingers, they're stirring pots, and they're making things happen. And listen, I can't talk about them. I can't. I'll lose my channel. I'll lose it. So there are many other people that I think they get it, what's going on. And I get that there's other nefarious players in all the games. But we got to really figure out who's at the top of the pyramid, folks. Like, come on. I think people are letting it leak. Demonic Sumerian beings and such. And
It's,
I know it
you
sounds
know,
crazy, but
you know who's at the top of this? Satan.
I mean, in a lack of a better term, I guess, and you don't even have to believe in it like that, because I don't believe in a lot of this mumbo jumbo stuff. But listen, I'm using my brain and I'm alive right now, and that's a miracle to me. I don't know how this happened. I didn't ask to be here. Maybe I did. This is wild stuff, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that people need to maybe ask more questions than they do, because things are a little crazier than we first may have thought when we were just like addicted to pop culture and, completely in the Matrix. We're so close. They're pulling everybody back into the Matrix with the wars. That's what it feels like to me. We were starting to get out. People were really starting to understand, but now all this stuff is going to be used, so we're dominated by Terminators. But I digress. Sorry, I'm just went off WNN for a minute, but I just feel like these things have to be said because it's the biggest news story in the fucking history of mankind past 2,000 years or so. So
yeah, but there's so much fucking media nowadays that stuff gets filtered out. Like if this were 30 years ago, and like especially Epstein, that'd be the biggest thing on the planet. But like you said, they'll have Epstein. Now they have the Iran war. Now they got the shooters. Now they got this. They got that. So they're diluting everything, so you don't look into it. You know?
So because I know there are people like, I'm not going to forget. I'm going to keep talking about it and blah blah blah. Listen, people are just humans. These algorithms and these things know how to swamp this info right out. And people will be moving on to something else next week. The things that affect them right away, which makes you forget about the big picture. And that's what like really conspiracy theories are to me. It's just seeing the real big picture and going, here are the massive problems. Because everybody deals with the little problems, but the little problems don't do anything except confuse everybody and get everybody in fights with each other instead of like just dealing with the problem, Anyway, it's
a crazy fucking world.
It truly is. Again, it's just like how we point out TKO is really the big problem. We've noticed with wrestling through the years that, Vince wasn't that bad. Sure, it was the shits in 2019. They had some real stinkers for years, but you would still get some exciting moments, some surprises here and there. Weird things would happen. You'd get the Funkasaurus. You'd get like silly, crazy, over the top shit that we could make fun of and stuff too. We can't even really make fun of this stuff.
Yeah, I think that to myself all the time. I'm trying to come up with some kind of material or thought process, and it's like it's not even fun to make fun of it.
Because we're making fun of like what Phil and Mark and like these, because they're done. Like you said, they're not characters. They're just they're themselves.
Yeah, it's gotten more difficult to come up with some bullshit.
Like it's more fun to make fun of the Macho Man than it is Lexi.
Yeah,
online.
Yeah. Gross.
Crazy stuff. Yep. So hopefully we don't lose the world though. In the meantime, with all this, I would like to keep talking about wrestling and things for a while, even though it does stink at the moment, but. This World War III thing. Let's not do it, all right? Please.
Yeah, I'd rather not.
Can we not do this? Can we not do the end times prophecies, Danny? Can we not?
You'd have liked the light show I saw this morning above the sea. There was 4 or 5 fucking lights. They were not moving. Yeah, they were moving like birds. They were so fucking agile. It's one of the weirdest fucking... I've seen quite a few things, but this was one of the weirdest ones this morning, about 5:45, while it was still dark.
He's got UFOs. They call them UAPs now, but you say these aren't UAPs. These are strictly like orbs of light.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not even saying that they're definitely like alien or anything like that. It could just be new tech that they're not announcing that we've got. That's like the most logical explanation. But they were fucking moving really strange. And like I said, I've seen plenty before around here, and I ain't buying that. That's just like, oh, it's a satellite, or oh, it's just a Chinese lantern thing. It's just, yeah. These were like they look like they were playing with each other. They were agile, like when birds like chase each other and stuff, but they weren't. They were fucking lights. So
wow,
yeah,
and not small bugs in front of you.
No.
All right.
I'm not been drinking or doing anything like that either.
No analingus during this time?
No.
That'll make you see things.
Yeah.
But it's quite small and out of the way here, so it's just like, oh yeah, no one will believe people from there, or not enough people will notice things, so.
Yeah.
All right, don't get abducted anytime soon. I need more guests. Thank you. And,
I don't think I'm going to be much use to anyone if they abduct me.
Me neither.
This is from You Know the Deal, 1885. I'm convinced the elimination chamber was AI generated, beyond mid, zero buzz to mania.
None.
Welcome to the club. Thank you for the subscribe. Thank you for sharing and liking, hitting all the buttons. Of course, you're with us because we think the same thing. We spoke on it earlier. And you can't blame it on injuries. You can't blame it on any of this because their stars should all be superstars. They just don't want them to be superstars. They want to just continue to do the same thing and churn out the merchandise to all the marks and make all the money off their ticket sales and everything else. And who cares about being creative and putting on a good show? Who cares? You know? AJ Styles said that WWE's WrestleMania stinks, basically. What?
The shoe
but then,
fits.
on the other hand, AJ Lee won the Women's Tribute Act Intercontinental Championship as well. So surely that's a good thing.
Yes.
You can buy more belts to buy. It's just
right.
Because we need like 30 belts in each roster. It's it's too much. It's excessive.
Get out of my life, AJ Lee. Stay in my life, AJ Styles.
Yeah, right? But apparently his neck is fucked. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And he just wants to quit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, stop quitting on us, guys. I think Brock Lesnar could be next. I think they keep asking all these guys now. Ever since Cena did his little tribute year, it's like, oh, Cody Rhodes, when are you leaving? When are you leaving CM Punk? It's like they can't wait for the rumor mill to hit with that they're leaving somewhere. It's like, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
They have 1 million wrestlers.
Shout
out to William Robinson in the building, everybody.
I'm trying to wave back, but my hand keeps disappearing.
Yeah, mine vanishes.
You and Danny are ghostly.
Ooh.
The ghost of the sleaze past.
Oh, boy, there's a past.
Here's a story. Well, before we even... I did start off the whole talking about conspiracies and stuff. Well, real life stuff. With Cody says wrestlers are too sensitive. I don't know how we got there, but we did. But Cody Rhodes... You're right. It's also in the NBA. It's also in many pro sports and in general life because everybody's gotten weaker. Everybody's gotten mentally weaker. So LeBron James is kicking motherfuckers out of Lakers games left and right. She said something, literally grabs the ref like this and walks over and points and goes, it was her. She's the one. She said something about me. Get her out. Russell Westbrook gets popcorn thrown on him a few years back. And you might have thought a sniper hit him.
Oh,
he lost his mind. He tried to get into the stands and everything. All these people they shouldn't be saying things. And then I get it. Like, then you get the fans that are jerk offs, and they're like, I'm not gonna, I paid to do this, and some of you got to shut the fuck up. But
a lot of you.
Overall, it's like, come on, and like, just what the fuck happened? But before we get into the sleaze, I know you got to go.
Yes, sir.
Do your plugs.
I don't have to. I got a QR code at the SLZ 52 on all social media.
Thanks for coming on.
Back to you, Doc.
We'll talk to you later, brah.
All right. See you guys later.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So what do you think about that, Daniel San?
They surround themselves with sycophants, people that just like gas them up all the time, and then they go on social media or just the internet in general, and it's the same celebrities, politicians. They've been lied to and told that the internet is like this little platform, like this amplifier of like their message where they can peddle the wares, they won't be challenged, and they can just reach however many people they've got. And then one person turns around and replies to them and says, "You're a fucking prick." And a lot of them just melt down like, "Oh my God, we need to censor this. This internet thing's terrible. People have given me violent rhetoric." And it's like, no man, people just tell you you're a fucking prick if you're acting like a prick. Deal with it. And yeah, this just bleeds over into the real world then. So then one person says something to him while he's playing basketball, and he had it kicked out, as you told me. It's fucking ridiculous, and it's fragility. It's really it's sad.
It reminds me of Roxanne Perez, that guy saying F words to her in the crowd. And sure, he's a jerk and everything, but, do we have to make a big deal out of it? And just let it go. People are going to say stuff. Or Sami Zayn a week ago or so, like somebody's like booing him as he's making the rounds, slapping people's hands. And he gives them like this nasty look like, how the fuck dare you? I'm the good guy. And this, and it's just like, bro, who cares? Who cares?
Did you see what happened at the BAFTAs last week?
No.
Right, so Jamie Foxx, and I believe his name is Michael B. Jordan. Not.
Yes, I remember seeing this. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, so yeah, the guy is an activist for Tourette's, and his like story was depicted in, I think it was a film and not a series, and the guy that played him in the film or series won an award at the BAFTAs, and the BBC put him on the third row or second row, like under a microphone. So and apparently he'd said like, "Oh no, don't put me near the front, please. Just I like to be here, but don't put me at the front." So lad with Tourette's in the crowd, Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan get up there, and they're about to announce the next thing, and this lad shouts the N-word.
I'm sure it popped everybody. All the white people were probably like, "This is amazing."
It was so well timed. It was fucking perfect. Stuttering John could learn a thing from this guy's timing, even if this guy didn't mean to do it. So loads of people online have just started bullying and trying to cancel this guy with Tourette's. And the whole thing with Tourette's, if you don't know, is you can't control what you say. And the specific type he has, his brain very quickly goes, what's the worst thing that I can say in this current situation? That pops up into his head. Most of us
might have Tourette's, actually.
And we all, a lot of us will do that, and we'll go,
say it.
yeah, we just don't say it. We go, that'd be funny if someone says it. Whereas his brain doesn't do that. His brain just goes blurt, and he blurts it out. For example, when he met the Queen gave him a medal, I think, for like bravery, and he just shouted "fuck the Queen" to her face. And it's like, he didn't want to say that, but his brain said to him, what's the worst thing I could say here? Oh, right, fuck the Queen. So that's just what happens. And now we've just got this oppression Olympics where it's like, what's the worst you could be? Could you be a black person, or could you be someone with a mental issue? And it's just like, why are people fighting over this? And there was another award ceremony this week, North England, there you go. There's another award ceremony this week. I believe it was yesterday. It was the NAACP, and they're like, "Oh, thanks for everybody who," and it was the same actors or personalities who were thanking everyone that had supported them over the last grueling week of all this sort of like horror that had happened because somebody said a word, and it's like, actors, hello, you're millionaires. You don't have to worry about many things. One of the last things you have to worry about is some guy with Tourette's shouting a word that you don't like. But it's so fucking sad to see, and people are just melting down needlessly and picking on a guy with Tourette's.
They got to jazz up these awards shows somehow. I mean, I would put a guy with Tourette's or a lady, maybe even both. I take the lady from the 90 Day Fiancé shows or whatever. I don't even know if she's on there, but it's like that same general channel. And put her on with that guy and make him sit front row for every award show. I think it just make it better. That's what I would do. But I mean, how stupid can you be to let a man or anybody with Tourette's sit in the front near the mics? Do you not get it? I went to school with a kid with Tourette's too. It's like, come on, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah. And it was live and on the BBC, so they have someone there. Well, it's like got a 30-second delay, so they can beep it out. So they dropped the ball with that. But by all accounts, it wasn't just these two guys he shouted it at. He was shouting shit throughout the night. And yeah, like I say, it's just the worst thing you can think of saying, and he'll say it. So if you have a lesbian in front of him, he will think of the worst word to say to upset that sort of person. If you had a little person, he would think, do you know what I mean? And it's just, everyone will have got their licks if you'd have just paid attention for the entire night. And it's nothing personal. And well, it was near Mike's. He was quite close to the front, something like that, yeah. And he didn't want to be that close, but they insisted on putting him there.
I say put him on stage, like right behind whoever's going up and doing whatever they're like the announcing the winners. That's what I'm for.
Yes, BBC have got some part to sort of like play in the responsibility of this, but it's.
I think BBC is racist. Just even saying that is racist. How about that?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they were a thing before the acronym was used in the way you're thinking.
Oh, they used it first?
Oh, yeah, they've been around for a while, sadly. It's shite now, but yeah, they have been around for a while. They used to be the unbiased, the news, the beacons of all news and honesty and that, and they're just bought and paid for now. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
But it was an award ceremony.
I know nothing about this. Ribshot says he was near the back, but they put a mic near him. It was also a 2-hour delay. They cut out the F word and someone saying free Palestine. They left it in on purpose.
Well, that's sort of even more funny then. If they went out of the way to mic him, and it's just like, yeah, you knew he was going to do something like that. So
Ribshot,
maybe they are racist. Maybe they
BBC too. They force you to pay for that, right, or something?
Yeah, they do. I haven't watched it for ages, and you cancel it and you say you don't want to pay it anymore, and then instead of just being like most other companies would be like, we're sorry to hear that you've left, and can you tell us what was wrong and how can we win you over to bring you back to paying for this service? They send you these letters where it's like, we know you don't have a license, we're going to send somebody round on the 14th of whatever, will you be in? We're going to send our enforcement officers round, and it's just like, you could face prison time or a fine. Wow. And I just get all the letters after a while. Oh, yeah, they're proper dicks about it. I get all the letters, I put them back in an envelope, and I'll write some shit like, I don't want your... Well, I've done a little monologue here where it's like, I don't want your fucking shit service. Stop wasting my time. Fuck off. And I'll send it back to them. So they'll just get an envelope of all their envelopes of shit that they send. But little old ladies and vulnerable people or whatever get scared by this, and they go, oh, God, I have to pay it. And they start paying for it again, even if they don't watch it. And they try and make shit up like, oh, even if you have Netflix and Amazon and whatever, you still have to pay the license fee. And it's like, no, because I'm already paying for that subscription. That's got nothing to do with you. Fuck off. Well, they're proper twats about it. And they're awful.
It's the shit.
When Trump said he was bloody suing them, a lot of people over here were like, good, they need to be taught this lesson. They shouldn't be able to force people. They're not sort of like this beacon of like impartiality anymore. And they should just go for the normal subscription model and let people decide whether or not they want to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. And so weekly question here, Danny. Where are you from? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm not from Liverpool. That's what Scouse is. North England. There you go. Even where I live, people sometimes often ask me like where I'm from, because I like to try and pronounce things properly, but that doesn't always happen. So yeah, my regional accent doesn't always shine through.
The worst English accent is Piers Morgan. Easily, to me. That's just so
yeah.
Like, very pompous. Like, shut the fuck up.
Hugh Grant style, where it's just yes, he's just pull faces in between each word. Yeah, it's quite pompous.
Can't stand it. But we got LA Knight. You know, I love LA Knight, but come on, bro.
I saw that botch.
Ooh, that was a nasty botch. He's got 2 moves, one of them being that one. And Tiffany Stratton does one too, where she jumps up to the second rope. But she's at least facing it. He's facing away, you know. And then the other one where he goes to jump up on the rope and catch the guy and suplex him off the top. That's works half the time as well. He's crotched himself on the ropes before, like in Saudi Arabia. It's just, I don't know. He's not doing himself any favors, is what I'm trying to say. With all,
and he's not a spring chicken either. And if he fucks it up and lands badly on himself, he's in his 40s now, I think, isn't he? He's not going to recover as well as if he was in his 20s and he landed on his own head. He's going to really ruin himself for doing something that has very little payoff.
Yep. So you got to get well, LA Knight, because change up your move set, do something. You got to jazz it up. He has some good moves. He'll do a lot of the old school like power wrestling moves. He picked up Cody Rhodes, you know, in a torture rack type thing, and then flipped them over the side. Like he'll do like the big moves that zap all your energy or whatever. And not a lot of guys seem to do that these days, unless they're like Obafemi or something, like a really big guy. So I like that. But yeah, overall, it's just very mediocre style, and you're not doing yourselves any favors with these high risk maneuvers that you're trying to pull off. And not like you messed yourself up, but you fell off the ropes when you were supposed to jump off. That's awful. Can't do that.
Yeah, we love you, man. We don't want to see you, buddy, land on your head or just look like a tit because you messed something up that you shouldn't really do after doing it for so long.
Wait, I want to see. Ribshaw says this is the TV license guy tracking you down. Hey, hopefully I can become a TV license guy. I could force everybody to watch the Dr. Huge show. Maybe I can work that out. I'll talk to Donald J about it later. I'm sure he likes a good scam. We'll scam everybody out of their money and force everybody to watch us. I love it.
I'll just say the same thing. Go fuck yourself. Sorry, Ripshot. But no, they come and knock on your door and start demanding having a look at like your television to see if you've got like an aerial plugged in, and they fake it and sort of like say that they've got authority to come into your house and start inspecting stuff, and they don't. You can just kick them off your property.
So crazy.
But again, people are scared of like the threats they make, and it's like, oh, you could get thousands of pounds worth of fines, or some people get put in prison for it. It's quite a lot of the lasses that are in prison over here. It's because of the fucking TV license thing. It's ridiculous. But you don't have to let them into your house. You can just tell them to fuck off and get off your property.
And Paladin says LA Knight needs to do a submission move. You are correct, because the BFT, you know, the big fucking tits move he does, just is terrible. That's what a bad finisher.
Who used to use that? Was it Moxley? Did he used to? Someone used to use the same thing. They didn't call it the BFT.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it's an awful move, no matter who uses it.
I think Moxley used to use it before he stole Cactus Jack's double arm DDT.
And do you know Stephen Borden Jr.? Who's that?
Oh, Sting.
Steve
Borden,
Jr.
Sting.
Oh, Jr. Got it. Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep. And Hulk Hogan Jr. is also preparing to wrestle at WWE, or at least trying. You know, Nick Hogan.
Oh, so we're just going to turn wrestling into like the Teen Titans then, where it's like mini Robin and mini Batman and baby Wonder Woman and just everyone's offspring using the old names.
Look, he's telling you again. Ribshot says there's no actual requirement to pay the TV license.
I do. You do that, and they still keep writing to you.
Just tell them you don't watch BBC. Just do it, Danny. It's easy. That's what the kids tell me online every time I play video games. They're like, what's the problem? It's easy.
No, you can tell them, but they don't take that for an answer. They just keep sending you these letters because enough people fall for it and then sign back up.
Mm-hmm.
Or they stupidly admit that they don't have one whilst they're watching it, and then they can get done for it. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Massive hammers. Massive Hammer's been coming out of everybody's gear lately in WWE, and I'm here for it. I will watch it. I wish there was more highlights of that, to be honest. Come on. Hook it up.
Needed sometimes. Sometimes it's needed.
All right. We talked Becky, AJ, boring, stupid. Liv Morgan, here's a quick story. She's not a lesbodian, folks. Not lesbodian. She said, everybody's confused because a few years back, remember when Bobby Lashley married Lana, or was about to marry her on TV?
Oh, God, yeah.
And then Liv came out. I totally forgot about all this. Liv came out and professed her love for Lana.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, she's at least bi because she's banging Dominic Mysterio right now. Obviously, right? So, Fact Jack, not lesbodian. Thank you for that, Liv. What else we got? Oh, the Darby Allin stuff. Did you hear about Darby Allin fighting with the Uber driver?
No.
Oh, we got to watch it. Hold on. Bringing it up right now. Darby Allin gets kicked out of an Uber mid-interview. Oh, it's going to be good stuff. So shout out to the podcast broadcast. And he got Darby Allin on. Must have paid him millions. Nobody even answers me back. I'll get a hold of their DMs and they'll like block me or like, and I'm like, what did I do? What did I even do, Ripshot? Right? Oh, it's my name. My name turns people off, I guess, Danny. Get off my screen, Liv More. All right, Liv, you can watch with us. I'll allow it. We're going to watch this now. Let's watch Darby Allin get kicked out of his Uber because he dare do an interview in the back seat.
Going on, can we expect to see like a match?
One second. I hate to interrupt like your AA or like therapy session or this kind of rude to be on speakerphone like in someone's Uber.
Is it cool if I finish?
Look, man, I've been driving since 5 a.m. I'm tired. Like, can you just put the phone up? Like, it's a little rude.
I'm all on board with this. Dope. I fucking like this driver. I like him. It's rude as fuck.
Like we're on national TV right now, just doing an interview here.
I don't care. I make like $15 an hour. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, but you want 5 stars. This is 1-star behavior.
Is this your AA sponsor or something?
No, it's not an AA sponsor.
I don't care. I mean, just put the phone away.
I'm straight edge.
Is he
really I
knew at this face paint, this Gene Simmons thing, like you were gonna be trouble. Like,
yeah.
Dude, you want me to put the phone away?
No.
This guy's a Karen, in my opinion. If this ain't a work, this fucking guy's a bitch. You can't listen to somebody talk. You're a fucking cab driver, bro. You're a glorified cab driver, essentially. Just fucking drive. Cares. Go in your mind somewhere if you don't want to hear it. But aren't you supposed to be playing whatever they want on the radio or doing something for the customer? I'm telling you, everybody's fucking entitled. Even the fucking cab drivers, bro. This is crazy to me. I think this guy's just acting like a bitch.
But it's like having your phone like on loudspeaker, not entitlement to. Assuming other people want to hear like all of your conversations.
Darby Allin. He's doing a podcast.
Who the fuck's Darby Allin? To most people, who the fuck is Darby Allin? It does just look like some fucking meth head or someone that's like just kicked out of an AA meeting. If it was fucking Hulk Hogan or The Rock or someone big, you'd be like, oh my God, he was doing press. But everyone's got main character syndrome. Even this obnoxious little prick that just jumps off of things. Loads of people have been jumping off of things for attention since Jackass. And before, but Jackass boosted it. One of the things that pisses me off the most when you see people downtown is when they're just walking with the phone out like this. I've literally got a t-shirt that says, it goes against your ear. I've made myself because it fucking irritates me because it's
I'm with you on
entitled.
that. I'm with you on that, but when you're in Listen, the guy, I would assume I could be on a speakerphone, and I wouldn't be on speakerphone with just anybody. But if I was doing a show and I'm like a wrestler and that's half my job is traveling around, I would do it I wouldn't see the big deal out of this. But then this guy's like, I've been working all morning. I only make this much money. It's like, well, I just paid a fucking $50 for a car ride. So it's like, just fucking drive.
Do you drive?
I can drive. I don't drive like this, but I drive, yeah.
Right. It's quite irritating when people are fucking making loads of noise, and if you're trying to drive in like a busy city or whatever, I can totally see why you'd get sick of it, especially if you've been up since that long and you've just got like so many voices going, and it's like everyone thinks they're important. Someone could just be talking to the mate like they're about to go and see, but they'd act like, oh yeah, this is a really important call, I'm a big deal. And no, I'm more on this guy's side than Darby fucking Allen's, and that's
I'm on Darby's side because I think even if you were like this tired and sick of your life or whatever, that you would at least try to sympathize first and be like, listen, man, like, can you not do that right now? Like, do it like that with that tone. This is like, get off the phone, do it right now. Like he's a Karen. It's like, shut the fuck up.
He did ask him. He said, can you put the phone up?
Yeah, but he's trying to disrespect them. He's having a bad day, so now Darby Allin has to have a bad day. That's what it sounds like to me. Or is this your AA or therapy meeting or something, you fucking bitch? That's what he's saying. That's the tone of it. So I would go fuck yourself. I would not be smiling like Darby Allin is. I think Darby Allin's caught off guard. He's like, I don't know what to do now. I better just laugh this off, whatever. Not like he's beating anybody's ass like Dr. Hughes would. I'd be like, motherfucker, you really want to do this right now? How about I choke you with your fucking, the rest of your car? I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. That's how mad I'm getting even watching this. So, okay, let's see how this wraps up.
Yeah, well, hold on.
What do you mean, hold on?
Hold on. Just pause real quick. Let me finish this.
Yeah, finish it all right. You're getting out of my freaking car. This is insane.
No, yeah, that's 1-star behavior, sir. And honestly, a Lyft driver would not drive like that. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to get
Uber. Take me to Tucson.
Yeah, take him to Tucson so we could be doing AEW live here.
Yeah, real fun, buddy. Dude, I'm over this. You're getting out of my car now.
Let me see you.
We're in the middle of the highway.
I don't care. Out. Get out. Out. Go. Get out of my car. Get out.
We're in the middle of the highway.
All right, this is.
See, Lyft drivers wouldn't do this.
We're having a breakdown. Wow.
You deserve it.
I'm in the middle of the highway, so hold on, let me go over here. It's kind of loud.
He drove off on you. It looked like he drove off on you? Yeah, he drove off on you.
He's gone. So what were we saying? Because I got to find another Uber. I'm in the middle of the highway.
I fucking love you, dude. Can we expect to see you do a match in Tucson when the Collision comes to town on March 7th?
Can we expect to see me in Tucson? I'm in the middle of the highway. If I get an Uber, I will be there. I promise you.
I love it.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Darby Allin kicked out in the side of the road on the highway. All right, that's not a little excessive to have like.
Yeah, he snaps at the end. I'll definitely give you that. But this whole fucking threatening people with I'm going to give you a negative review on the internet. You're going to get 1 star. That's what you've just called Karen behavior as well. That's just, the customer isn't always right. Sometimes the customer is an entitled fucking asshole. You don't have to just take whatever the customer thinks they want the experience to be just because they're paying. Once upon a time, the customer and the seller of the proprietor of the shop or whatever, it was like a mutual sort of like, we're both doing each other a favor here. But since the 2 years of obedience control where everyone stayed in at home, shoppers and such have just become even more entitled, where people fucking... I've worked in shops. I've had people put a camera phone in my face, right? Just because they didn't want to speak to their relative to find out what they wanted. And they're like, oh, you speak to the guy. And I'm like, sorry, don't just stick a fucking video phone in my face just so I can then have a conversation with someone that isn't here. You didn't even ask me to do it. That's fucking really rude and entitled. And people bringing dogs into shops and letting them piss place. Just dogs in shops in general. But letting dogs come in and piss, or people come in with like 3 or 4 dogs. Or people come in and people go into someone behind a counter and trying to get served, and they're still on the phone having a conversation with someone else. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's entitlement. And like I say, that sometimes the customer's just an asshole, and I can see why that guy would get stressed. Maybe not quite with him screaming and punching his steering wheel. That I think he had a really, really bad day. But yeah, just someone behaving like that in the back of my taxi, if that's what I was doing for a job, would fucking irritate me, to be fair.
I get it. People have bad days. He hates his life. He's like, I'm just fucking doing this. I don't want to hear this anymore. But again, that's not customer service. That's not how you do this, you know? I always thought if you were a driver for somebody, I never drove people. I always drove things if I was driving. So I obviously didn't have this problem. But, you know, I don't like the videos of the drunk people in cars at the end of the night in the Ubers and things. Like, there's no way you could ever get me to do that job. Drive drunk people around. They're so obnoxious. Even though all these ugly drunk chicks try to like get it on with you, or you just get violence or stupid. All kinds of stupidity happens. But with this in the daytime, it's like, to me, it's just like a courtesy thing from a business where it's like, they ordered something. Sure, it's your car. You're working right now, dude. How can you have a meltdown because somebody's on their phone doing an interview? That's probably the reason. It's just common sense. It's common courtesy, I think, especially when you're now. If you're picking up your boy and he's like, I'm going to get in the back seat and do an interview, I'd be like, what are you doing? What is this? I'm doing you a favor. This guy ain't doing favors. He's getting paid for this. Whether he likes it or not is kind of irrelevant. He's doing it. So,
yeah, I get that. But it is also in Darby Allin's best interest, or any passenger in a car, it's in their best interest not to distract the driver while they're on the highway.
Or what would be smarter is just tell the driver, go, hey, I'm about to do something, and not go in with the phone already going on, which it seems like that's the case. Because him starting it up would be, you got to tell the driver, be like, hey, do you mind if I, make a little noise back here? That's all. Give a common courtesy at first from both sides, I guess, but,
yeah, definitely. But then also you don't know that driver, and you don't if it's just like a taxi. If it's a friend, you know what they're able to sort of like, what conditions they're able to drive under. But I remember getting shouted as a kid when me and my sister would be like causing grief in the back of a car, and mum would be like, I'm trying to fucking concentrate here. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know what the driver's like, you wouldn't just go straight into it with like the possibility to like distract him whilst he's on the highway, just in case he freaks out like that. I'm not saying you need to sit in complete silence, but like you said, at least give him a heads up and be like, am I right to just do an interview here? There's going to be quite a lot going on.
Yeah. And I've noticed using any of these apps or whatever, taking rides anywhere, you're either going to get a driver that's completely silent or one that is just blah, 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 want to tell you a whole fucking life story, which I'm fine with too, because I just let him go. And then I'm very good at like, I don't ignore, I just go into my head. And then it just turns into white noise. And so like, go ahead, entertain yourself while you're driving. I'm just going to like, replay a match or something from 30 years ago. Right. But yeah, it was hilarious. It is pretty funny. Imagine if that happened to like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or something. that would be something. That it coming from Darby Allin, I don't know how he was just disrespecting him before too. Like if he even told him he was a pro wrestler, the guy would probably goofed on him even more. Like, yeah, okay, you're a pro wrestler. Yeah. Look at you,
Yep.
So, yep. Get well, Darby Allin. He's going to have ticks all over him now. That's happened to me. I've been had to pull over on the side of a highway and stuff before in the past, and ticks are on you like that. They're fucking everywhere on those sides of the highways around here. Like the tiny little wood ones suck. Gross. And we know what the government did with those, Danny, right? Plum Island and all these things. Yep. Anyway, what else do I have? So we watched that. I think that might be it. Oh, one last story. And this kind of leaks into the story I was talking about how not CM Punk, Cody Rhodes was talking about how wrestlers these days are very sensitive. They need you to cheer them and only cheer them. Never boo them. Never say they stink or suck or say any crazy stuff, right? That Dr. Hughes used to say like 10 years ago. I would go in on everybody back then. Like, first of all, I didn't understand what Twitter was. So I got on Twitter in like 2012, 2013, never used it, right? Finally started getting the show going, started using it around 2015 or so. And I had Matt Hardy calling me names on there. Everybody was calling me names because I would be like tagging him. And I didn't realize I was like tagging them. I thought I was just like saying their name, but also giving them like props. Basically, like, you know, if I'm going to talk shit about somebody, I'm going to write their name out so that everybody else can find them, right? So we all know what we're talking about. And then they would get tagged and, you know, me shit talking them or whatever. And they're like, I hate you. You're an asshole, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, wow, they can see this. You know, and then I started getting some of them on the show. It was kind of crazy back then. But nowadays, we can't do any of that. They want to, like, you know, you say boo to these people, and it's like, where? So anyway, this leads me to the Harley Cameron thing from AEW. She deactivated her Twitter because on one of the past shows recently, Penelope Ford went to do a big, you know, high-risk maneuver spot and jump from the ropes or whatever onto the outside. She kind of like moved away, like, I ain't catching this bitch, right? And then Penelope got whatever her name is. I think I called her Penelope Cruz, which is I think the actress that was dating Tom Cruise for a little bit.
No, Penelope Ford. You said Penelope Ford.
Good.
Yeah.
So she gets injured, and then Harley Cameron, you know, gets all the shit talking online. I'm sure it's great when everybody's like, you're hot, you're so hot, I goon to you every day, and blah, blah, blah. Like, they love that. But as soon as you're like, what did you do? You didn't even catch her. What the fuck is this? Deactivated. Unbelievable stuff. Any takes on this, on people that, like, again, you already talked about it, really.
Yeah, no.
They just can't handle criticism or people coming at them.
Yeah, they're just so used to just thinking everyone's just going to kiss their ass all the time, and then when one doesn't, yeah, that's it. The whole world melts down, and they completely forget about those 5,000 people that, like you say, were just like, "Well, I goon to you all the time," but just one little no, and that's it. It's just fragile fucking breakdown. It's sad.
Mm-hmm. What was this in relation to? Do you know? Ribshot says should have at least had the headphones in.
The Darby Allin thing, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense, right?
I think so.
I mean, easy fix, right? Easy fix for everybody, I think. But I don't know. These people that are supposed to be providing services that act like they're doing Dr. Huge a favor all the time, it's worn on me as well, where I'm just like, fuck these people, all these service people. It's like, you have your job, you're doing it, right? Why are you making my life miserable? For just do your job, bro. I don't know. And maybe it's me. I'm a very mindful person, so if people are upset about things around me, I catch on pretty quickly, you know, and I try to adjust because I don't want people being upset around me. You know, it's really that simple. So usually any altercation I've gotten in like this, it's because the person is just out of their minds and they won't even give me a response to, and which felt like happened to him too. That's why it's just like, I kind of probably would have acted the same way. I probably wouldn't have gotten all crazy. I probably just would have been like, wait, what? Like, and started laughing like, is this really happening right now? And then I'd be on the side of the road going, what? How did this happen? Anyway, Yeah, talk about the war. Yeah, of course, the WCW and Monday Night Wars, right? That's what you know about?
So many documentaries about that. Christ, talked about it enough.
Yeah. Do you stream on Kick? Feels like a perfect fit for Dr. Huge. I have been streaming on Kick a lot lately. We're actually growing on there. Remember, I started off with 0, like a straight up 0 when I came back. We're up to 80 now, or close to there. I'm on Rumble today, though. White Nationalist Rumble. We're on X and we're on YouTube. I'm going to do my Arc Raiders stream later on Kick and Twitch. I'm saving all the video game stuff for that. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Some days I may go Kick instead of Rumble. I'm trying all these other platforms out because, not one platform lasts forever. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kick's been pretty good to me. Hasn't been great to me, but it's happening. Where I'm getting subscribers from somewhere. I don't know how anybody's finding me, but they are. In the YouTube thing, we reached 400, Danny. Fat Jack. We're at 400. We're on our way to 500, and then we become monetized. So we're 100 away. Everybody out there, hit the buttons, subscribe, like the video. It goes a long way. Even comment on the vids. Comment on the live vids. Comment on the pod. Comment on whatever. I got all kinds of random clip videos and edits I've been posting up there, so check those out as well. I'm thankful for and appreciative for any support from anybody out here. It's amazing stuff. You know me, Danny. If I got like 10 likes, I'm like, that's cool. I just like to see things grow. I just want to see it grow. I don't want stagnation, because that means we shouldn't be doing this, right? So we got to continue to grow, or else it's over. Oh, you think we need 1,000 now? Easy. That will be easy, right? But hey, it is working. It's a slow, steady pace. It's been a lot more than it was the first half of last year. Let me tell you. Remember when we first started doing this again, and I was like, I'm getting like a subscriber a month.
Yeah.
I'm spending hours and hours of my life to do this, and I get like a subscriber a month. It was like maddening. But now, we're some days we're getting 5 to 10. So people are seeing it. The videos, sometimes they catch fire after a month or after like a week. It's kind of weird. Sometimes they catch fire immediately and then they shut off. I don't know how this works. I'm old, I'm bald, I'm stupid, right? So I'm trying to figure this out as well with everybody else. But I appreciate the people in the chat. Even though you hate my Stuttering John stuff, Rib Shot, even though you hate just about everything I do, I still appreciate that you're here and you chat with us.
And he came back.
He did.
He left, but came back.
He saw Stuttering John off the screen. Listen, I get it. I do the same shit too. I watch a lot of shows, and then they'll put up like Scarlett Hampton or whatever on Merch's show, and I'm like, I'm out of here. I'm not doing it, right? So I get it, right? And Ribshot says, yeah, keep going. I hate it. I hate when it slows down, but as long as it's going in the right direction. Exactly, yeah. We just need it. We just need a steady pace of people knowing who Dr. Huge is. And believe it or not, Danny, my thing the past week, we got a whole wipe coming up for my game I play. So I've been giving away all my legendary items and plugging the show. And believe it works. People are so appreciative that I was giving noobs like high level shit last night. And I'm saving them and letting them keep their stuff. I'm not ratting people. I'm being a great guy out here. I'm preaching the gospel of the Dr. Huge show to everybody. And then they're starting to do it. They're like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to do that too. Because, I mean, it gets old being a villain, right? So I'm a good guy in the game. They love it now. And they're actually going, I will watch that. I will actually check this out because I'm so pleased with what you did for me in a fucking video game. It's kind of hilarious, but I think that's the charm of it. So I think we said it all, Danny. Do you want to talk about the war anymore? I mean, I do have news on it. You saw the news. We're fighting Iran. Is this good for business, you think?
It depends how you look at it. I don't know how much we're going to get through if we start now. There's pros and cons, obviously. I personally think people of that country wanted this to happen. Whether or not we who got involved should be the ones to get involved is a different story. And there are sadly people who just are big warmongers anyway, who will just jump at the chance of any war. But it does look like people from the local area are sort of like appreciative of what's going on. But there's going to be bastards involved either way who don't care about freeing people, who just like, yeah, we get to sell some weapons, or yeah, we get to blow some people up. And
listen, man, I think a lot of people got a lot of homework to do. And I've been talking about it for years. I had the conspiracy show with no name. I should just bring it back. But I mean, it's kind of worked into this show anyway. But you got to learn about the occult. If you don't know about the occult and what the occult even means, which is just hidden knowledge, right? People won't know what's going on with anything. They won't even. There's all kinds of signs and symbols out here. And I forget who said it. Maybe it was Jesus. I don't know. It was somebody really big. And they were like, the signs and symbols are going to be their downfall. Because when you understand who's in what gang, then everything starts to make a lot more sense. And that's what they don't want from the normies out here, is for them to understand what is going on with any of this. It's always, it's so complicated. We can't even explain it to you. It's too complicated. It ain't. It really ain't that complicated. You understand? Mm-hmm. That's right. I don't even care about ad revenue, to be honest. Philly Sports Pride and Rib Shot. Because if I need 1,000, I'm doing this no matter what. So we'll get there eventually. Nobody lose faith in Dr. Huge. I'm doing this. Whenever I'm live and I'm doing it, we're doing it. I'm not doing it for nothing. That's why I ask for likes and I ask for subscribes and stuff, because I feel like I'm not trying to do this for nothing. Sure, it's a hobby now and I'm doing it for the love of the game. But listen, if Pat McAfee can have millions of viewers, I can at least have 100,000. At least. Give me a fucking break, people. Come on. He gets millions and trillions and Dr. Huge gets 2 or something. Go fuck yourself. There's no way. That can't be reality. Maybe I'm delusional like Stuttering John too, but I don't care. I'm fighting the power when it comes to this one, because I know I'm right. I'm right on that one, Danny. We're more talented. We're better. We got better takes. We're more funny than this Pat McAfee out here. So upsetting that you can just get an industry behind you, and as long as the industry's behind you, people are like, he's a great guy. He's hilarious. Is he?
But he's really good at kicking the ball. Kicks the ball, Doc. Who else would kick the ball?
I would do that to Pat McAfee if he was here right now, with Hulk Hogan in my hands. Say, I'm the only one that uses the watts. I'm the only one with toys on their show, right? No, he's got to do it all too, right? Right after the fact. I'll tell you, it's the first day I didn't really know much about this Pat McAfee, and my brother came up to me one day and goes, it was like 5 years ago or something, when he started getting on. He's like on our TVs, Danny. His podcast on our fucking TV, right? I don't know if he's on yours over there. Like, I can't escape him. So he starts showing up on the TVs. My brother's like, who doesn't watch my show, doesn't give a fuck about my show, right? He goes, he seems like he's doing a lot of what you do. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like what? And he's like, he goes, the what's and the toys and the this and the that and the blah. And he's going on and on. And I'm like, oh, you like his show better than mine, too? My own family? So I ever since that, I had enough of this guy. I said, he's brainwashing everybody. You mean I can't get my own brother to watch his show, but Pat McAfee gets him to watch his? What? All right, got it. Anyway, I think we did it. We conquered the world. Hopefully we're going to stop all the wars, Danny, right? We're going to stop the Ukraine war. We're going to stop fighting with Venezuela. We're going to stop fighting with Cuba. We're going to stop fighting with Iran. We're going to stop fighting with Taiwan. That's contested still, right? I believe. Oh, there's so much. going on. Wars and rumors of wars, right? Mm-hmm. If anybody knows anything about that. I think this is all fake. The whole end times prophecy business, like they're trying to make it happen. And they're trying to make it happen right now so that we don't know that they're eating and doing rituals and fucking kids. That's why they're doing all this right now. At the same
and we spend a lot of money as well because, I mean, if the world's going to end tomorrow, we may as well spend all our money.
Yep, big beautiful bill, right? Build back better. What's the fucking difference? It's all our money, so it's gone, right? But Doge, did you hear? We had an oversight committee, and then it was Doge, and now JD Vance came out the other day and was like, you know what? We're gonna do something about this fraud now, Danny. Yeah, is that what you're doing? What? This time it will work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Yep, killed it. Best show on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And thank you. Would you like to do your plugs, Danny?
DannyDamage.co.uk or at Blunt Damage on Twitter. That's do. Go on. That'll do for me. It's
and of course,
cold and
look at where Triple H is showing you. I also have a QR code. Nobody ever uses it. But that's where all the links are. The TikToks, the Rumbles, the Kicks, the Twitches, my music, Dr. Hugenstein on YouTube. I mean, there's so much stuff. I got comic books. You can look at my collection on there. I don't even have all of them on there. I got thousands and thousands of comic books. And slowly but surely, every once in a while, I'll mess around with Instagram again. You know, you stop using that Instagram for like a month, Danny, and like you start from ground zero and work your way back up again. It's unbelievable. I used to get like thousands of likes from my just posting comic books. Nothing about anything, not about the show, anything, just comic books. And blew up. And now I'm starting over again because I took a day off, right?
Yeah. Happens with YouTube as well, I think. You just need to be relentless.
Yep. Everybody look at this and we'll go leave with good vibes, right? Thank you. Thank you, Saul Ruka, the new GOAT. And we need to bring back the store. We tried. I tried to do the store when I came back. They were screwing me and my people over. So I canceled that. I said I was going to get a new store going. All of this is coming soon, folks. Hopefully that's on my screen. And hopefully that's coming soon as well. Anyway, we will talk to everybody later again. Good game. Chat, good job, everybody. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep telling everybody this show exists. Dirty Jersey Rat's going to be coming on again soon. There was many Dabbleverse celebrities at the show the other night for Stuttering John. Even our past guest here, Jim Grindle, he was there taking pictures. You know, they're celebrities. Anyway, more on this later. We'll talk to you most likely Tuesday night, Jess. Until then, check out all the clips and all the new stuff that I got on the Dr. Huge Show YouTube channel, like Trippin' Balls, episode 1. Talk to you guys later. GG's, Danny.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye.